All right, so the mayhem ensues at the air quotes execution of the murderer of King Eodred Erebasti. The execution is interrupted by the appearance of a black garbed figure who dresses suspiciously like Alandril. You look around, you don't see Alandril in the crowd. Sasha and Sushi. You can see Sasha for a bit, and then he disappears. Mims also disappears. She turns into foggy mist. There's some mayhem ensuing between some of the wealthier people and the mob. The queen is escaping. She is going up the stairs towards her entranceway into the castle. She's surrounded by probably, say, 10 to 12 of these, her queen's guard, so to speak. The red plumed plate mail wearing. They're calling the Grey Maidens. Another half dozen more are covering her retreat with composite longbows, and they're scanning the skies and the crowd, stuff like that, to make sure no one makes a charge up the stairs towards them. You're not sure where Sushi is, and Ratatouille is also not to be seen. So that basically leaves Darcel, Alexis, and Rampa, and Auric. What do you think you guys would do in this situation?
I'm sorry, I had a phone call in the middle of that, so I may be asking this question. You may have already answered it.
Okay.
Are we picking up after we left the execution grounds and tracked down where they?
I was going to do that when Naz and Mims and Sasha arrived.
Okay, because that was her concern was. It's twofold, right? Putting up the interest of chasing down the perpetrators, but also chasing down these individuals to find out what the real story is. Because remember, Alexis had asked the guard lady, and she said this is not normal. So there's something fishy going on.
Yeah, Cressida Kroft is there with you guys.
Yeah. So she wants to get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
But certainly the optics of these are criminals, we must chase them down, with the wanting to know what's really going on,
Okay.
So
Cressida Kroft takes a few moments to try and disperse the crowd. Like she's going to work some crowd control and see that some of these nobles don't get assaulted by like almost like a lynch mob kind of thing. It's a very mob-like mentality in this moment. People are cheering for Blackjack. People are cursing him. People are cursing the queen. People are pointing at the... there's a couple dozen noble groups who had showed up like it was some kind of party. And they're throwing things at them. They're trying to look to make an escape. It's a very chaotic situation. The queen herself is making her way out of it.
I don't suppose at any point we were within 60 feet of the queen. That seems not likely.
No, you're probably about 200 feet away.
Yep, got it.
And then as she retreats up the stairs, it probably gets farther and farther and farther.
Can we at least keep her in sight? Follow, but not look aggressive?
To do that, you would have to go up the side of the castle, and there is a half dozen of her gray maidens who have bows drawn on anybody in the crowd who looks like they might be wanting to make a rush up the stairs.
Okay, not a good idea.
And for the most part, nobody seems to be making that move at this moment. You hear people shouting out for the head of the queen, but the gray maidens, as of right now, are not firing into the crowd or anything like that. They look like they're just covering her retreat. And she's surrounded, like I say, by about 10 to 15 of them as they're hustling her up the stairs, getting her out of this. One, it appears like she might be the one in charge. It's impossible to see their faces with those helmets. Did I show you a picture of what the Queen's Guard is dressed like?
Yes, but you can show us again.
So the ones at the foot of the stairs appear thusly. These are the ones with their bows trained on anybody who might wish to approach. And it's about 120 feet up a flight of stairs. So they would, even at like double move, they would have superiority in elevation, and you'd pretty much be dead to rights. Anybody charging up the stairs. So you think for the moment that's dissuading some of the crowd, the ones that were shouting for the death of the queen. The other gray maidens, the ones that are hustling her up the remainder of the stairs to get into her castle, have these large shields and long swords, and they look like that.
How high magic is this town or world?
It's pretty high magic.
So people are teleporting and crazy stuff like that happens regularly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like Lankamar where everyone's minds are blown.
Right.
If yeah.
Well, at Lankamar, I would do some funny stuff. In this game, I'll be a good boy.
It's okay. So, Krista Kroft says, "Where did your friends go?" You don't.
Who's she asking?
Yeah, you and Darcel.
I don't know.
Don't know. She says, "See if you can meet up with them. I'll see what I can do here. Meet me at the Citadel afterwards."
That's where we've been meeting her, right?
Yeah, that's her home base.
Got it.
Okay. Ratatouille follows the vigilante figure Blackjack and Trinia Sabor through. How long does your spell last for, Naz?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay, it takes them about 7 minutes to get to the bridges that cross. I think it's Alika Strait, which is the little river that separates the two islands.
Okay.
And they cross at one of the bridges, and you can follow on foot. You think that Mims is also nearby, and you get the vibe that Sasha and Sushi are also in the vicinity.
Well, I'll cast it again. Give me another 7 minutes.
Okay. And if they can, they do the same. Otherwise, they shift out and follow on foot. They stop for a moment at a house. And they go in, they come out another door. And then you kind of pick them up. They make their way through through a gate. Let's see here. No, they go through a gate first to the house, and then from the house they make their way to The hell is it? I thought it was on there.
Do they have a sense like they might be followed? Are they being paranoid or?
Yeah, they're being extremely wary for being followed. So when they get to the bridge areas, they do a whole bunch of different maneuvers where they climb up sets of stairs and across roofs, and they do this whole complicated. It almost looks like a pre-rehearsed routine,
Okay.
and they seem like they're quite skilled at it. In order to perhaps throw off pursuit, but of course you guys are invisible and you're flying, so that sort of thing doesn't.
Easier and
Yeah.
elemental.
Yeah, exactly. So that sort of thing doesn't throw you guys off. So they're
Well, before my second spell ends, because I'm assuming this is taking a while. I want to go in front of them and change from an elemental to be a rat. Right?
okay. Alrighty.
So they can see.
All right, and they make their way to. I can't find it on the damn map. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so they go from they go through a gate in the. Here's the map here. In Old Korvosa, there's like it's like the old fort wall that's still up. There's 4 or 5 gates in there. They go through one of the gates. They stop at a house. Let me ping. They stop at a house. They're in. They're out. Probably within 45 seconds. And then they make a dash for. It looks like some sort of training school or something like that. It just says the Orsini Academy, and there's some lights on inside, and they both dash in.
My spell's still up.
It can be, yep. Yeah, it doesn't take them that long.
Okay, so I'll follow him in.
Okay. The door is locked. You got like
Oh, okay. Is there a window?
yeah, but they're closed. It's it's January 2nd, basically. It's not freezing cold, but it's not.
Okay, I'll turn into me, and I'll knock on the door.
Okay. And say Sasha and Mims join you.
Was there a way for the rest of us to join?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I don't know if Mims has any way to communicate with you remotely, like an animal messenger or something like that. Okay, so you knock, no answer. Knock, no answer. Knock, and an old man. He's probably 65. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. His hair is completely white, and he's wearing like an open-chested shirt and a pair of dark trousers. He looks out his window. Who are you?
If I found Blackjack, then anybody can find Blackjack. He's not safe here. I can help you.
Blackjack's gone.
He just walked in.
He's gone.
Did he
Who's-
teleport?
He says, "Who are you?
I'm Ratatouille.
Are you
I know everything. I know everything that happens in this town.
friend or foe?"
Well, I'm a friend. Otherwise, I'd be here with the guards.
He opens the door. He says, quickly, get inside.
Oh, I got my friends here. I show them my friends.
Okay, yeah. And Mims and Sasha and Sushi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Blackjack, you're not safe here, buddy.
Blackjack's gone. He dropped this young woman off and he dashed out into the night.
She's not safe here because
No, she's not. Not at all. Although, is there a way for you to tell if you've been followed? Or if I've been followed by anyone? I didn't see you. How did you manage to...
Do you have ways to prevent scrying?
I do not. I'm not a wizard. I'm the owner of this fencing academy.
Oh, I'm a powerful wizard. And they're probably wave. Look right up there. Wave. They're watching.
Can you shield it?
No. Not today.
My dear. Is your change complete? She this young blonde girl comes out and she's got like this it's almost like a Father Guido Sarducci hat. if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like a black hat that's wide brimmed and round. You tell it wasn't hers. It was probably this old man's hat. And she got like a dark brown cloak. She's got it pulled up. And she's changed it into like an old shirt of his. And she kind of looks like a farmer with a giant hat on.
Okay.
And she comes out. And she says, "This is all I could find. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to do this to you. I'm so sorry." He says, "Never mind, my dear." So we may have had a stroke of luck.
Let's see. We gotta get you somewhere safe.
All right. Do you know the city? Obviously, you don't want me knowing. I mean, I'm sorry. This is all a bit beyond me.
Yes. Do we have a safe house here? Do we have anything here?
You guys are staying at an inn.
Well,
that's
not good.
pretty high end, and you've been eating at a restaurant that's pretty high end. You've gone to as far as like been about town, you've pretty much visited most of the different areas. As far as like a safe house though, I don't know.
Okay. So, let's see the scale on this map. So we're near the top of the map?
Yes.
Top of the city?
I'll ping you. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is there a scale on this map or not really?
Yeah, there is. It's the bottom. Each one of those inches is like I think it's 1,000 feet. The whole thing.
Oh, okay. So I'll tell Mims and whoever else is there.
It's Sasha.
Yes, that I think, like across this river, there's the trees to the north.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's trees.
So what I'll do is I'll tell Sasha and Mims, let's go.
Actually, you know that the guy whose niece you saved, they have a family home across on the other side of the river, the Saldado home.
Oh, is that to the right?
It's let's see, I'll ping it right over here. Can you see that?
The map. Let me try and recenter.
On the far right at the top.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's meet there. So
Can
I'll
you get
tell
a?
that stuff where we're going to meet.
Okay.
I will say we'll meet you there,
Okay.
and in a I'll do this in front of the fencing master
Yeah.
until
Okay.
we meet. And I go boop,
Okay.
dimension door. We go there.
I think from if you could get to the
To the edge of the river or something, or
edge of the river, you could probably do it. Let me see.
how many feet I can do. I can do like maybe 600-700 feet.
Well, 700 feet. Yeah, I think you can make it.
Okay.
You got to get down to the docks, though.
I can do 680 feet.
Okay, so that's enough to get you across the river from the docks.
I just don't want to go through town. Like, boop.
Okay. How many? Let's see here. How many times Sasha can cast invisibility? Do you have any more castings of it?
I have one.
And he's got, it looks like 3. He used 2 already. So, yeah, he can make her invisible, and you can go invisible, and you want to scoot through town that way.
No, yeah, I'll make whoever visible wants to go visible. Have fun.
Okay. And then once you get to the docks, you kind of like gather up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wait for the party.
All right. And Sasha and Mims gather up everybody else. And I guess you guys would be at the Citadel. And they take you across the bridge, which is down here. And out of town to the Saldado house. This is where the young girl got taken there afterwards. It's not her family's house. It's like the whole family's kind of house. All the relatives, and it's probably like her grandparents' home.
I will cast detect thoughts inside the house. See if anybody's home.
Okay, yeah. There's a bunch of people home. Everybody seems to be pretty happy. They're out of the Bridgeport. Brianna seems to be feeling a lot better. Nobody else seems to be sick. They're a little worried because Grau has to work in the, among all the people and stuff like that. They're worried about him getting sick because he's one of the guards.
Okay.
He's one of Varric Van Kaskerkin's strike force team.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
So I asked her who she is now. What's her cover?
She said, "I don't know. I have to think of something."
What's her charisma? What's her charisma? That's all that matters.
Yeah, her charisma's good. Let's see here. It is, and she is a bard, so she's got ranks in like disguise and acting and stuff like that. So she's not a complete wreck.
So acting, my wife.
Okay. So there's her disguise check.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, so she's fake. She's good at faking it. Does she like?
Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe she's got like a farm boy kind of thing going on because she's a young girl. She deepens her voice and.
So I'll wait until the charismatic people show up to go inside, talk to them, because I'm a little weird and ugly.
Okay. Well, they would recognize you. You've been to. You were there the night that your party saved the young girl. The night that Alexis and Darcel healed her from her sickness, and
I'll just say my friends are coming.
Oh, come in, and they offer to make dinner and stuff like that.
Do we know where we're going?
Mims and Sasha have a rough idea that you guys are going to the outskirts of town, somewhere around at the top of the map.
I can empathetically link with Cheese, so he'll kind of.
Okay.
Maybe I can help you with them.
Okay. How tall is Cheese? Like, he's a ratling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he like 2 feet tall or something like that?
Yeah. He's like me. He's my twin.
Okay. He's your mini me?
Yes.
All right. That's cool. Okay. So
I've never had a ratling familiar, but it seemed to make sense in this game.
Yeah, it definitely does. That's cool. All right. So, Sasha and Mims catch up with you guys. And just as they catch up with you guys, Cressida Kroft is coming back into the Citadel, and she's starting to gather up guard details. It's going to be a lot of trouble in the city tonight.
Seemed that way.
So after she issues some commands to like Varric and a couple of the other higher ranking guards, like sergeants and stuff like that, you take a group here, you take a group there, you take a group here. She says to you, that was highly unusual. If you want, come and join me for a drink or something. My nerves are shot. And then Sasha and Mims show up.
I was say, until I know where I'm going, I might as well, right?
Okay. So Sasha and Mims say that there's something that we need to show you, and they keep it kind of cryptic. If you guys, Darcel and Auric and Alexis and Rampa, come with us.
Alrighty. Excuse me.
Okay.
Companion issue to discuss.
All right. So in the meantime, Ratatouille, you don't get asked too many questions. Who's this quiet boy that you're with or anything like that. They're just, making sure that everybody's comfortable and offering you some food and a drink and stuff like that. What brings you out here, and just general chit chat. So
okay. I'm not good at that, but I'll try.
Okay. They sense that you're uncomfortable and that maybe you're in a bit of trouble and might need some help, and they let it go. They're just, it's nice to see you, and you feel free. Our house is your house.
Okay.
We'll forever be in the debt to you and your friends. So we always repay our debts. So it takes about half an hour, 45 minutes. You guys get past the North Bridge. I forget what they actually call it. The North.
Going to ride Sundancer.
Okay.
To this location, so just in case there's trouble.
Okay. And you guys get to the north, and you're greeted with the new and improved Cheese, and he directs you to just a nice country home on the outskirts. He says he can talk and everything. Cheese.
Yeah, no, he's a weapon. He has one crazy power. He can cast scrolls.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah. So
I don't know. It's kind of broken, so I'll not try and abuse that.
So he says the master awaits you in the house, and you assume that he means Ratatouille because everybody else is here.
Yeah.
So.
I think we all watched Cheese evolve, so we kind of know.
Yeah, you know that's Cheese, but I don't know. Like, this is all pretty new. So, you maybe knock on the door, or I don't know.
Well, sure.
Okay. And just an older gentleman comes to the door. Hello, hello. I assume you're here for your friend.
Yes.
Okay, well,
It was suggested to come by and regroup here.
I see. Yes, yes. You're welcome. Come in. Come in.
There's a hitching post outside the farm or the house.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like a country house.
Yeah. Finally, a dwelling that she feels comfortable with.
Yeah, definitely. So the older grandma figure and the mother of the young girl, they're busy themselves, preparing more food and drinks and stuff like that. It's kind of just to give you guys your privacy. And you see Ratatouille, and this it looks like a young boy, probably in his mid-teens, probably about 5.5 feet tall, wearing a large brim farm hat, big brown cloak.
What is it to see through the disguise? Is that perception or sense motive? Something else?
Perception.
It'd probably be perception.
How about this? How about that? I'll say it's my apprentice, or what's it like what's an apprentice for a wizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's try
I
that.
don't know what the disguise check was, but
Yeah, it was it's 30.
got it.
This
Got it.
that was just for getting through town and stuff.
Yeah, we were told that the young girl was brought here to keep her safe. Is she still here?
Is she here, Ratatouille? That's what Oryx says.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, the volume wasn't. She's in a safe place.
Good. Well,
Do we want to talk to her?
we gotta figure out what the spectacle was all about. She probably has key information.
Oh. Well, this young lad knows a lot about her. You can ask.
Do you know what's going on?
He nods a little bit and takes off his hat. Got blonde hair. You can tell it's the girl.
I was gonna say, your sister got in some trouble, huh?
She says, "Thank you for doing what you're doing. I hope you don't want to turn me in. I didn't do what the Queen says I did."
What got you in the eyes of her wrath? Like, why would she?
I don't know.
She can't-
Maybe she was jealous of the 2 days I spent with the king. I painted his portrait. That's all I did.
Oh, painted his portrait. Wow, that. Ooh.
Was it a flattering painting, or was it a protest painting?
No, it was as accurate as I could do. I'm not the great artist that Salvador Scream is or anything like that, but I'm a fair hand with the paints, and I thought I did an admirable job. The king, he seemed nice. He didn't.
You spent 2 days with the king. Do you have?
It was
any-
several months ago too.
Oh, this wasn't recent.
No, he was.
Oh, yeah, because the king was dead when we showed up. So how long ago did the king die?
The king died about 10 to 12 days ago.
And we've been in town for 2.
You've been in town for 2.
Yeah. So if you were there months ago, there's no connection to that.
It was before his birthday. The queen says I poisoned. They tried to get me to confess. They tortured me a little, threatened me.
They needed a scapegoat. I see.
What's going on?
We're trying to figure that out. We're not from around here. We've only been in town for a couple of days, but there's a lot of chaos going on.
I don't know why the town's guard came for me. Then I talked to the field marshal, and I explained that I didn't have anything to do with any of this, and then the guards of the queen came and fetched me to the castle, and there was the woman with the scar on her face. She was quite forceful and threatened me bodily harm if I didn't.
One of the guards in the red.
I think so, but she wasn't wearing her armor. I think she was with the queen, though, at the ceremony or the execution. You could kind of tell by the way she moves. She's different. She had a long scar from her ear all the way across to the bridge of her nose to her to the edge of her mouth. She never told me her name. And then the queen, I'm so confused. She would scream at me and then try to seduce me and then threaten me with death and then offer me riches, and I didn't know what to make of all of it. It seemed to last for days and days, but I know it hasn't been that long. You think you remember that Varric told you the story of the strike force capturing the girl either the day before you guys arrived or 2 days before you guys arrived. So she's been in custody since then.
Were there others with you that were being questioned like you?
No, but there was the dungeons were full. I could hear other people wailing in pain. Something's going on. I don't know what it is.
Well, we're here to find out. So Alexis pours some tea and she offers to share.
Okay. Yeah, and the soldados do their best to make sure that everybody's comfortable and that everybody's fed. And what do you think I should do? Do you think I should? Her guards are going to be looking for me.
Yeah, for now, sit tight here. My recommendation would be, you're probably safer moving around and move around a lot. So, you can accompany us, and perhaps if you see something that would, as a clue, or help us figure out what's going on, if you're with us, that would help.
Okay. Ulrich reaches into his pack and says, "You guys gave me this to hold on to when you were selling all your stuff. I haven't used it, but maybe she could use it. And it's the hat that you guys retrieved from the basement of Aldern Foxglove's cavern complex. Ratatouille thinks he remembers identifying it as a hat of disguise."
Oh yeah, give it to her.
Yeah.
Good idea.
What sort of disguise do you think she should have, Ray?
I'm thinking Sundancer needs like a horse care person or a page.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. Do you have a picture? picked out?
I can do so here shortly.
Okay. All right. So let's say that she disguises herself like this magically.
We have a picture of what she normally looks like, and then this is the magical disguise.
Yeah, let's get the pictures of what she normally looks like. This is Trinia Sabor. She appears thusly. This is her when she's getting ready to go adventuring. Imagine that's a paintbrush instead of a dagger.
Oh, okay.
That's later on when she's not worried for her life. This is normally what she looks like when she's in good spirits. Let's see. She's about 22, 23 years old. You tell she's got some talent with regards to... like she could probably join the team and be a support member. She wouldn't be completely... You wouldn't have to babysit her entirely.
Yeah, she can sing, right, or whatever to give us bonuses, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can do that. She's got what other skills? Let's see here.
I'll just point blank ask her. I got a 7 charisma. What spells you got?
Let's see. She says, I know I can. She says, "Okay, well, I'll show you. I'll show you the face of the woman who was questioning me with the scar." And she conjures up an image that everybody can see, that of a dark-haired woman with a rather large scar from almost her ear all the way across. It's almost like it's like a thick red welt now that goes all the way across her face, almost to the edge of her mouth. Of course, you guys aren't from here. You don't know who that is. She says, "I can heal some wounds, and I can fall from a great height without any harm.
Let's not test that.
I can send messages via animal, that sort of thing.
Ooh, that'd be handy.
I can help clean up," and she casts prestidigitation and helps
No
clean up.
dominate person?
What's that?
No dominate person yet?
Not yet. No. But she casts a spell at you, Ratatouille. Let's see here. You resist the urge to fall over laughing uncontrollably.
Oh, lucky me. So let's see. What can I hit her with?
Fireball.
Blindness, deafness. I'll make you blind, honey.
It's permanent. She's that sort of thing. Just minor tricks. She has a little satchel with within it. She's got. See
What kind
that?
of armor is she wearing?
Yeah, it's got armor, but she doesn't have any on. Obviously, you might be able to retrieve her armor from the. If maybe Vencarlo goes to her, Vencarlo Orsini might be able to go to her. Probably not a great idea going to her house.
Now, if they know her identity, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They'll have that all staked out. So, she's got some stuff though. She's got a mithril shirt, a bronze bracelet, mithril dagger, masterwork, and some potions and stuff like that. If you could somehow find a way to get to her house without causing any suspicion. But it's probably staked out, and there's probably people inside of it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
maybe after things blow over, she'll be able to. It'd probably take. She tells you where her house is, and she still has a key for it. She still has. She says she can use a dagger, but she doesn't have one. She says all her gear is there. What next, guys? Do you need to know anything else from her?
Just for grins, where does she live in case we do make it over there? I mean, that's not going to be our primary mission. But
Yeah, she lives in Bridgefront.
Yeah, circumstances allow for it. We'll try to get her the gear.
Yeah, it's let's see here.
This is the best farm girl image I could find as a or slash horse caretaker, whatever. So humor me a moment.
Yep. You don't have to do it right now. You can. You got a couple weeks after this.
The hat of disguise allows adjustment. It's not just one set thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it could be this is what it is right this minute, but then when she uses it any other time, it could be a gnome, or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think gnome is maybe a little extreme. That I think
I just threw it out there. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like a foot shorter, a foot taller.
It's a really tall gnome.
Of course, it doesn't have her house on the map, so that would be too handy. Somewhere in this area here. Let me draw a circle. Somewhere around here. It was actually capturing her originally was actually something that was going to take place in the very first adventure. If you had started this adventure path as opposed to Rise of the Runelords. So let's see here. I don't think it gives any specifics other than there's like a big chase scene and stuff like that. She is skilled at navigating the stairs and ladders and rooftops of her neighborhood. And you watched her in action. Mims, Sasha, and Ratatouille watched her in action. She was easily keeping up with the people's hero, Blackjack. So she's got some skills.
So I figured an image that's different than her natural would probably be better than another blonde,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And even like change sexes, so people don't.
That raises a difficulty, doesn't it? It raises.
Let me see what disguise self does. I don't think it does. You make yourself, including clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment, look different. You seem a foot taller, shorter, thin, fat. You cannot change your creature type. Otherwise, the extent of the apparent change is up to you. You could add or obscure a minor feature or look entirely different person or gender. Yeah.
The disguise skill, it's a higher DC, but with the aid of the spell,
Okay.
might alter that. That might be where the difference is.
Okay. Yeah. So the DC would be higher, but you get plus 10 on a disguise check. So she'd be shooting plus 21 altogether.
Yeah, that's a good start. I'll figure something out over the next bit.
Okay. Cool.
Different hairstyle, different. Make her a little taller than normal, I guess.
Okay.
and skin tone a little darker, just so it's not obvious. There she is,
Yeah, okay.
And plain clothing instead of Barty clothing. A lot of these images you do on search, they because you're looking for character images, they want it to look flashy and good.
Yeah, exactly.
Plain.
Yeah, I know. Farm girl. And then it gets into a whole different thing.
Yeah, be careful what you type.
Yeah.
Put yourself on a watch list.
Yeah, exactly. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do? Or would you like to go or do anything?
It's evening now, right?
It's about, let's say, like 9:30 now by the time... The whole execution was supposed to take place around sundown, so it was around 6:30. By the time you go across town a couple times and gather people up here and there, and there's, riots and all that stuff.
Well, if she's going to attempt to pass as a squire/horse caretaker, she should probably at least be familiar with the horse. I'm not saying she has to do the work, but at least meet the horse,
Yeah, for sure.
The smell and all that.
Absolutely.
So, offer to do that. But whatever others have on game. Probably want to figure out what our plan is so that we can prepare the appropriate spells and sort of decide where we want to go and begin this investigation.
Okay.
What's her instrument? What does she like to play?
She's got...
Providing inspiration.
I think comedy and...
Oh, we're right up my alley, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. She's got perform comedy and craft painting.
What is the lore behind the blackjack in town? And that is not me asking you, that is Alexis asking. Sorry, what's her name? Trinia?
Trinia.
Trinia.
He's this weird guy that kind of is like the hero of the people.
Kind of like a Zorro?
Yeah, very much like a Zorro. Whenever the people are being oppressed, he appears to right wrongs, that kind of thing.
And how often does he appear in town? I assume it's
She said I thought he stopped. I haven't ever since I first heard of him when I was an early teenager. I hadn't seen or heard anything about him being in town. I thought that it was just a story. So he's kind of like a folktale. He hasn't appeared in quite some time.
Is it always a he?
As far as she always thought it was a he from the stories. She never really thought about it. His name was Jack, so Blackjack.
Yeah, makes sense. What does everyone else want to do?
You do recall Cressida Kroft saying, come talk to me when you guys get a chance. That was after the little riot put down and stuff like that.
So with the new identity that we're going with right now, you probably need a better name than your actual name.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you. I was going to make one up, but then I thought, I'm not very good at this. I'll let Ray do it.
Oh, not it. There you go. That's your name.
Ratatouille almost cornered me into it, and I just went. I kind of crumbled. I was gonna roll on a table.
What did Ratatouille want?
Yeah, Ratatouille's like, you come on, you got to disguise yourself, got to get in, you need a better identity. What's your name? And I was like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, for everyone's benefit, I'm sure you figured it out that Alexis took leadership and hoping to have a cohort. So that's what's going on here.
This is Alexis's cheese,
Yeah.
and Mims is Tinder, and Sasha's sushi. This is Alexis's.
I have Sundancer too, but
Yeah,
we can't always use Sundancer.
exactly. And it's also part of the story too. So
Yeah.
it just
Well,
so
here are no
happened.
other better suggestions. No, Nadia, it is.
Nadia, excellent.
No.
All right.
Friend of mine from Sandpoint.
Maybe she's been here all along. She's quiet. You probably didn't notice her.
Well, maybe she's more close with Sundancer. Maybe Sundancer went off and made a friend while we were off adventuring.
Yeah. Sundancer and Shadow Mist. Gordon Gecko's been sitting around in that stable for... He got a little bored. Okay, where do you guys want to go?
With it being evening, we probably want to rest and redo spells and all that.
Yep, definitely.
Is there anyone here that needs healing or disease-free or anything like that?
Everybody's disease-free as far as you know, and I don't think anyone's hurt. Oh, Darcel's got some damage.
Really? Yeah, I thought we were all healed up.
I thought so too. It got you down for 22 on wounds. Auric has got some strength damage somehow. Maybe it was poison.
Between 2 or 3 of us that have abilities, we could
Oh,
probably...
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, certainly before we rest then, and I'll do a channel.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way back, you can do your channel and stuff like that. If anybody has like a lesser restoration, Auric would appreciate it. I don't know if anyone else is down.
And I'll do that too.
Let's see here. See if Sasha has any damage on him. Or Mims. Even Mims might have got poisoned. Yep. Mims has got some strength damage as well.
Ouch.
Yeah, I can't target everybody, but targeting myself, so I'll get half my points back, and then lesser restoration. Who needs that?
Mims and Auric. I think that was from the Hag.
That's right, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was.
Is that Captain Save or it's a rotor, right? Repairs up to 1d4. So
1d4, yeah.
Save that roll? No, I'll just roll a 1d4.
Yeah, just roll 1d4.
Yeah.
This is for Mims or Auric?
Let's do Mims first.
Okay. Mims is good.
And can I do the lesser restoration on the same day? Well, sure, I've got 6 that I can cast, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do one for him too.
Okay.
And
Excellent. That'll do it. The
I got myself up. So I'm gonna throw a bunch of cure lights until I'm healed up.
Gotcha. So as you guys are making your way back, say you guys are coming around the outskirts of the city on the eastern banks of the river, probably going to cross over at the big bridge near where the Citadel is. You can see some shaded out in the moonlight up above. It looks like several figures mounted atop hippogriffs swooping down into the Citadel Volshainik. And they, you know that the famous Korvosa Marine unit, the Korvosa Marines sometimes fly hippogriffs. And for anybody who isn't familiar, hippogriff is like it's kind of like an eagle-headed horse with wings. Not quite a full griffin. Kind of more horse-like than the legendary griffin.
Sundancer sees himself as a hippogriff, even though he's just a horse.
And it looks like they're doing a couple swoops around, and you can see a beam of light from like a lantern or something like that flashes up on them, and then they land. And you guys are probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes away from the Citadel if you wanted to go there and check it out. Or you could bypass it completely and head off to your accommodations.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to check in at the Citadel with Versnikov. Tell me I said it right.
Let me see here.
And then we paid for a week at the hotel, right?
2 weeks.
So yeah, okay. Time, not just one night. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna get rid of anything we may have left there.
No. You guys are entrenched. You've already spent like 120 gold pieces.
Yeah.
So. No worries, Daz. Gonna go to the Citadel?
Yeah. Did he lose connection?
I think he's got something going on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, my recommendation is we go to Citadel.
Okay.
We'll see what others want to recommend.
Oh, sounds good.
All right, Tarsal.
There you go.
And the eyes have it.
Well, I don't exactly want to say you're going to do what I want. Damn it.
Yeah.
We're a team. So.
Okay, so you guys, you get to the Citadel, and you clearly see there's 3 hippogriffs tied up, the hitching post. There's not many guards around. There's nobody to stop you guys from walking in or out or challenge you or anything like that. There's a couple guards up in the tower. You can spot them. But the gates are open. There's nobody specifically watching the gates. You can tell that there's people in towers, maybe armed to shoot anybody they don't know or anybody that looks threatening or anything like that. But it looks like the place is kind of like wide open, and there's 4 or 5 people in the yard making their way to and fro. A couple of them look like they might be maybe a little ill.
Is this what one would expect if they had a rough night of rioting or an easy night of not so much rioting?
It looks like most of the people are out. Most of the guards who would be on duty are out in the city. You can't imagine it ever being this barren.
Okay.
You know where Cressida Croft's office is in the keep.
Well, let's start there.
Okay. So you guys make your way there.
None of the people that are sick look like they're on death's door.
No, they look like they're just coming down with it around now. They look like they're young, healthy people. They might even turn it around. They're not like a young girl on her deathbed who's pretty much doomed unless she gets some help.
Well, we'll see. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Let's go in the office. We've been there before. So.
Yeah, you've been there before. There's a couple a couple Korvosan Marines outside, and they're kind of standing guard, and they're equipped with like a studded leather armor, and they have crossbows and like short blades, long spears, which they didn't bring in with them. They're up by their hippogriffs, and they're like, you'll have to wait a little bit. Our the commander's in talking to the field marshal.
How did last night go? Was it rough?
Last night is like tonight still.
Ah,
It's all the same night. It's chaos in the city. Who are you?
has this guard's not been in town or been in position when we've been here before?
This is a Korvosan Marine. They have
okay. I
they
thought I
have
was talking to a guard.
no, they have a complete different base. They're up by the
Oh, if the guard asked Alexis to identify herself.
I like the Temple of Serenray. I don't I obviously don't know as many of them as.
Yeah, I'm not from here, but perhaps one day I'll get more associated with the temple here.
I see. Well, you have an important business with Field Marshal Kroft. Should I interrupt them?
When she's available.
Well, let me just. He bangs on the door. He pops his head. Pardon the intrusion, Commander. There's a small group of capable-looking sorts. They wanted to speak with the field marshal. And you hear another man's voice. It's not Field Marshal Kroft. He says, "Is that the ones you were talking about, Cressida?" And she says, "Yes. Send them in. So the guy pushes open the door and says, "Go on in," they say.
Good. We're wasn't meaning to intrude, but we're here. So
It's a big meeting room kind of thing with a big long table and Cressida Kroft. I don't know if I've ever showed pictures of her or not. I think I have, but let's see here. She's with another man. This is Cressida Kroft, the field marshal of the Korvosan Guard.
looks familiar.
Yeah. And the other man is in leathers, and he looks extremely capable. He's got brown hair combed back, wears the insignia of the Korvosan Marines, and he stands up and he says, "Nice to meet you. I'm Commander Marcus Endrin of the Korvosa Marines. Cressida here tells me you people are quite capable."
Our whole group is here, right?
Yeah,
If the player's not. Okay.
yeah. Everybody just kind of like stands there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Alexis Nova, here to help.
Well, that's good. We may need some help. Cressida Kroft says, "We were just discussing this evening's events, the execution, the rescue, Blackjack, the ensuing riots afterwards. This here is Marcus Endrin. He's the commander of the Korvosa Marines, as he told you. Normally, in a situation like that, both him and I would have been beside the Queen in order to provide her security. Of course, we weren't there, as you well know. We heard about the events just kind of as a byproduct of our position. I think she meant to exclude us from that. And Marcus Endrin says, yeah, it's quite unusual indeed. It's Field Marshal Kroft and myself have been so run ragged putting out fires that we haven't been maybe paying attention to the biggest fire.
What is the biggest fire?
I don't know if that's our queen.
Mm.
An
Oh,
imposter? Like a different individual than the king married?
I don't know. It for all intents it does appear to be her. It sounds like her. It acts petulantly like her at times as well. I don't have another explanation for it, other than just a woman on a power trip. I don't know. But whatever that farce was that we witnessed this evening, certainly was for display purposes only. I don't know what she was hoping to accomplish by, unless that young woman was indeed an assassin.
I have my doubts.
Cressida nods and says, yeah, I interviewed the woman for several hours, and I would be absolutely stunned to learn that she had any hand in that. I like to think myself a better judge of character than that. And the way that her new guard, these gray maidens, came bursting in and just demanded that she come. I should have resisted more, I suppose. I was kind of taken aback by just the absolute.
The Grey Maidens, is that new in town, or has Queen always had that detachment?
This is new. This is new within the last week. Since the death of Eodred Erebad. I don't even know where she would have gotten the equipment for all these.
Say, she has an express tailor, right? Ready to make the matching armor.
Like at least 20 suits of matching armor we saw today.
Yeah.
I don't know where she would have trained these people. Although, now that I think of it, several of my guards are probably in those suits of armor. I thought that they were sick. Several I could think of maybe 10 or 12 of the young ladies that I had in training.
They haven't shown up to guard duty?
They have not.
wow.
Is that normal? You have no shows on a regular basis?
Well, with the sickness and the riots and the people taking care of their families and stuff like that, it's hard to keep track of absolutely everyone in a large group like this. But yeah, but now that I'm going over everything, and like I say, I can probably name about a dozen.
The ones that you know, do any of them have odd behavioral allegiances or, cult issue followings or interests in anything that would be not fit in here normally?
Not that I would know. I mean, I don't really. You get to know your troops a little bit, but that kind of stuff is.
Well, this is me asking. The Shellyacs, that's where the queen was from, right?
Yes.
So they had demon worship as their
devil. Asmodeus is their state religion.
Yeah, which is not so here. So that would stand out, right?
There is a temple of Asmodeus here. It is on the map right there. It's a fairly prominent. It's one of the 5 most prominent temples. You imagine the queen probably worships Asmodeus. Although that temple's been there since the founding of Korvosa. Or at least in the last 100 years, anyway. So, it's not new. Commander Endrin says that Field Marshal Kroft tells me that you had the capabilities to explore the wreck of the Direption.
We did.
She was kind of didn't really know exactly what you discovered. I'll tell you what I know about the ship. For the last couple months, it's been playing a game of cat and mouse with my Marines off the shores of Conqueror's Bay. It's a Nautilus ship. As far as we knew, it had a full crew when we first encountered it. And we thought it was a ship of smugglers, to be truthful with you. It would get close enough to shore, usually during the night. Come dawn, it would start to sail away, and then I would send a detachment of my hippogriff riders out after it. They would flee. Of course, the hippogriff riders would have to turn back before the hippogriff's tired. So there's a game of cat and mouse going on with this ship over the last.
Did it always have markings of plague on board?
No, it not until the night that we shot it down, or I don't know what term that they would use. The night that it tried to sail up to the bridge, and we sunk it. And that was the only night that it seemed to engage us. Completely ignored our orders to stop. And it was at that night that it didn't appear that there was anybody on it. We were worried that it was maybe set with explosives to blow up the bridge or something like that. Or that it was a plague ship, that somehow the people on board had taken ill. Now with the sickness, there must be some sort of connection. What did you encounter in the ship?
We didn't see any evidence of sickness, although the ship was underwater, so it's difficult to be certain.
Field Marshal Kroft tells me you have a body.
Yes, we did, and I don't remember what that body was, but I know that we dragged the body back.
Yeah, it was the air quotes captain of the ship that was in the cabin. I don't know if I give you very good details on that. It looked like the body itself, it had a wound on its head. Like, it didn't die from any sickness or anything like that. It had a wound on its head, like it maybe fell and banged its head, and then his lungs were completely filled with water. So when you did speak with dead, all you could get was like a gurgling noise, like a, and you could make out the word Andasayan.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
But it sounded like he was talking underwater. He said you didn't find any other crew, or
no crew, no evidence of crew,
no cargo,
no bombs or anything like that. At least nothing that was there underwater. But we did encounter a hag. So if we encountered one thing, who knows if other things may have gone down there and moved things around.
Any other details that you recall? Do you have any affiliations other than Nidal?
Well, I think when we looked, we didn't see any flags or insignia or anything like that.
There was the cloak that bore the unholy symbol of Urgathoa.
It was on the captain.
It was in his chest, and there
Okay.
was also that that unholy book.
What did we do with the body? I mean, I don't recall. I knew we dragged him up, but I don't think we actually, from that point, said we bring him to this location. I imagine we would have brought him here.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, and I thought you guys were questioning throughout the day before
Yeah.
Cressida Croft said, "Hey, there's an execution going on. Do you guys want to come with me?"
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the body's here to further examine if you have experts that can do a better job than we did.
There was
Throw him the cloak.
on the body. There was an unholy symbol of Urgathoa around his neck. It was made of silver. Inside his chest, in his room, that maybe he could have smashed his head on. There was some evidence that the corner of the chest was bashed in a little bit. There was the cloak of resistance +2 that has the unholy symbol of Urgathoa embroidered into it.
Did one of us take it and use it?
No, it's still in the party sheet. And you also there was an unholy text called "Serving Your Hunger." A lot of the words are spoiled from the water soaking the book through. But you imagine you could still get a decent buck for it. It seemed to be an Urgathoan thread.
And we determined that mending couldn't fix that. I remember that came up, right?
Couldn't fix the book. No.
Right. The water damage.
Mending might be able to help you remove the unholy symbol of Urgathoa from the cloak of resistance. So I'd imagine you probably want to put that to use, but you don't want a giant unholy symbol of Urgathoa on the back of it.
Certainly not.
Not something Alexis would want, but others, that's up to them.
What
I
does
think we decided someone else was going to use it anyway. I forget who we decided was going to get it.
what does Alexis know of Urgathoa? Did we do a religion check?
I don't recall if we rolled or not. So,
And Darsel.
oh, and also Ratatouille has huge knowledge.
Yeah, Ratatouille has huge knowledge. I think Ratatouille is the one who identified it. Let me see if I can put a link in the.
She's 5th level, right? Yeah. So she has bardic lore.
She does. Let's have a look here. How does that work? Just
Bardic lore is a take 20 on your knowledge check once per day. She can take 10 on any knowledge check at any time of day.
okay.
The skills only show knowledge local, but certainly she has a base knowledge on all. I mean, it doesn't say.
Yeah, base knowledge would be +11. That would be her knowledge locals. That's
Okay, but so knowledge religion, the NPC didn't invest points in it, so therefore doesn't. Even though a bard gets half their bard level in all knowledge checks for free,
okay.
but since she didn't invest a point in it, it's considered untrained, right?
Right.
So
But can
you need
she?
to do better studies, Trinia.
Oh, okay. All right. So she's paying attention, taking notes.
Yeah. We'll get some points associated with some of these knowledge for you.
So you guys able to click on that link and learn about Urgathoa
The link is
in the chat? Yeah, you should just be able to click on that. Urgathoa is the Varisian goddess of physical excess, disease, and the undead. She's mostly worshipped by dark necromancers, the undead, and those wishing to become undead. Sometimes those who live gluttonous lifestyles make supplication to her, as do those suffering from a serious illness.
I would imagine Rampa would be aware because he hates the undead, therefore
Yeah,
be knowledgeable about things, his enemies. I would think that he would be like, yeah, this isn't good.
And you would know too. Among our enemies are Erastil, Saranre, Pharasma, Gazre, and their followers. So Urgathoa is like the plague bringer and goddess of the undead. She's the big. She's one of the big bad guys. Her, Norgurberger, and Lamashtu are probably. And you've encountered all three now, or aspects of all three. Lamashtu again in the Nualia, Norgurberger in Justice Ironbriar, and the Brothers of the Seven.
And we didn't have a chance to loot the dead body of the necromancer that got away, so we don't know what he's associated with, or do we?
I don't think you even laid eyes on him.
Ratatouille, I thought, did, but that doesn't mean he could see a holy symbol on him or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he did. He saw him sitting on the edge of the bed, and I think I popped up a picture of him. But yeah, I don't think there was anything noteworthy. So let's see here. Marcus and
we'll see him again.
Let's see what Marcus Endrin knows about. Hey, Cressida Kroft. These are high-level fighters, so their knowledge skills are pretty shitty. All right, Marcus Endrin, 24. Yeah. Huh. Urgathoa, huh? I was expecting them, because they're from Nadal, I was expecting a group of smugglers, probably worshippers of Zonkuthon. But you tell me it was one man who seemed to have some sort of connection to Urgathoa?
This corpse here did. When you look at the necklace, or the thing around the symbol around the neck.
Okay. A decent portion of my men are dealing with some sort of sickness. Cressida Kroft tells me that you know something about this.
We've seen it. We've cured it on several occasions. How many men are affected?
3 dozen at least.
Oof, that's
how virulent is this?
It's highly contagious.
So 3 dozen men plus their families, plus whoever their families have been in contact with. Do we have any idea how it started?
I have not found patient 0 yet. We were thinking we'd find clues on the ship, but we didn't.
I see. I'm not seeing the connection.
Yeah, there's more to learn. Well, 3 dozen of your folks that are sick, that's a lot for just the 2 of us to address. It would take us days at least to help out with that. Perhaps the temples can help.
Imagine if they're ill, then their families and whoever families have been in contact with. And they must have got it from somewhere. I don't know.
What a heal check. That's sort of the more used to identify the person and their symptoms, not necessarily path tracing. for sickness. That would be a different skill for that, right? Like a, I don't even know what skill you'd apply that to. Intelligence?
Yeah,
Odd.
yeah, I don't know. You guys finished off, or you finished off last game or the game before? You finished off by healing the young girl, Brianna Saldado, who, as far as you could tell, was maybe the better part of a week into the disease.
She got it from a pouch, right? We connected that.
You think so? Do
Yeah.
you say that?
Well, if we're talking about where it came from, these are clues that might fit in. So Alexis has no reason to keep that information silent.
A pouch of.
Someone says differently. That's like, we think the young girl found a pouch in an alleyway, and being what she is, she opened it, got sick from it.
What was in it?
From what I understand, it was some coin. I don't recall specifically how much or what type.
Was it silver coins? Was it?
So I personally don't remember, and I don't think Alexis would focus on that. She would have focused on what made her sick.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's reasonable that the character wouldn't know the exact denomination of coins either.
Yeah, I think she said it was 50 silver pieces.
50.
And
Okay.
Marcus Endrin says, "To the gods, about a couple days after the death of the king, my men were in one of the taverns, just blowing off some steam. It had been a hectic 3 or 4 days. There was a party that was acting very suspiciously, and he was going around giving silver pieces to everybody. And I asked him pointedly where he'd gotten them, because I thought he was a thief. And he just smiled and put one in my hand, and he said he wanted to thank the good Marines of the city for keeping him safe. And he made sure that everybody held out their hand and took it. His name was Erie's Yellow Eyes. I questioned him myself specifically, so I didn't want my men spending stolen silver coin on drink. And I knew something wasn't right. And he gets mad at himself. And he's going through it, yeah. And he was there, and yeah, I didn't get sick. But a lot of my men who were there that night are sick now. Damn it, why didn't I see that?
Well, can we track down this man? We know where he lives.
I'll get some of my men on it. I think he lives the northern part of town, not in old Korvosa, but the other side of Bridgefront, up near the wall. Try and track him down. I'll see to it right now. If I get word that we bring him in, we'll. Are you staying here at the Citadel, or are you?
We have rooms at the inn.
The drop in. Oh, that's pretty.
Drop in.
That's pretty fancy. All right. Okay. So
We travel in style, you know.
I see. He says another thing too that also is odd. That Cressida Kroft and myself weren't, actively told. We didn't have a detail there. We weren't at the Queen's side. The seneschal of the castle, Neolandus Kelopopoulos, he was also not there. And I haven't, now that I think of it, I haven't heard from him in several weeks now, since before the death of the king. I wouldn't coordinate all of our efforts with Neolandus, but I would certainly see him around. And I haven't seen him. We were discussing that before you arrived, that she hasn't heard from him either in quite some time. So another loose thread, another...
So we have the necromancers got away. Now this Neolandus.
The necromancer that got away. Who's this? Oh, and Cressida says, this Lamm fellow that I was telling you about. What do you know about him?
Is he asking us, or is she asking him?
Yeah, he's asking you.
Relays the story unless someone else is probably better suited to do that. She'll just, hey, we were asked to go into the cemetery and retrieve some remains. We did that, but we also heard of the necromancer. We engaged, but he got away.
I see, that was in the Gray District.
Whatever district is called that has
the graveyard.
Yeah.
And then Cressida Kroft says he had a connection with the father, Gedrin, who's the murder from a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure if you were privy to all that. You were dealing with other things. Says that name is not unfamiliar to me, but I don't know all the details. There's that. What else that you can think of? So I'm going to have to start writing this down. Let's I'll try to keep these visits to the Citadel on hippogriff to a minimum. We don't want to raise any suspicions from Castle Korvosa. I'm going to direct my men to seek out this Ares Yellow Eyes. As soon as we track him down, I will send a runner to your inn, and we will hold him at the... how do they call the name of their base? Let's see here. Their base is...
The Hippodrome.
The Great Tower in the Heights. So the Great Tower is... Incomplete Tower serves as the Sable Company. I've been calling it something else. It's called the Sable Company. That's their name of their unit. As an armory, a barracks, and a stable for their hippogriffs. But even before the Sable Company... Okay, yeah, all right. So it's one of the biggest towers in the city, and it's the far side of the Academy, which is that big walled-off circular area, roughly. Right around here. That's the Academy, and that's the Great Tower. For the Sable Company. I don't know why I wasn't saying that. I couldn't remember that name. Alex, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Apologize, had a family issue.
No worries.
Sounds like you got past the initial chase and met up with the guys.
You got past the initial chase, just to catch you up. You and Mims and Ratatouille tracked Blackjack and this young woman down to the Orsini Fencing Academy. And then Ratatouille offered, an old man came to the door. Obviously wasn't this Blackjack character. He said that Blackjack was gone. He was putting the woman up he was hiding her out in his academy. And Ratatouille said, that's not going to work. They're going to find you. So why don't you let me take the girl? And the girl put on a disguise, and Ratatouille and him escaped invisibly through the city, and then dimension doored across the river to the Saldado house. And they put you up there for a bit, and that's where everybody met up. The girl now is in disguise as like a groom for Sundancer named Nadia. And she doesn't look anything like the alleged assassin of the king anymore.
Did the folks find out why they picked on her?
We don't know for sure. Her story was that she painted the king's portrait over a 2-day period about 3 months ago, and that he seemed nice. She could tell he wasn't feeling that great, but he was an old man. He didn't seem like deathly ill or anything like that, and she didn't have any conflict with him or the queen. She just painted his portrait, and that was it. So I don't know why the queen centered her out as the assassin of the king.
Where's the portrait?
Probably still in the castle.
There's no way to dig into her mind to see what was happening when she was painting it? I can't think of any way.
Ratatouille detected thoughts on her, and she seemed pretty genuine.
I'm just thinking she may have seen something she shouldn't have.
We didn't really explore that, so that's an idea. I forget what Ratatouille was looking for when he was going to detect thoughts. I think he might have been I'm not sure who he was detecting thoughts on. Oh, he was detecting.
I was doing the
Soldado
people
house.
The house and her, just to make sure, like, who was in there and whatnot, and wasn't an ambush, or so everything was lined up.
Yeah. So he didn't get into any. Nothing seemed out of place. There's obviously
see her as a Lamia or something.
No, he did not. Definitely did not.
Okay.
In fact, she's going to be Alexis's new cohort. In game terms, she's like Alexis's sushi.
Okay.
But yeah, she's definitely part of the story. Definitely was meant to be. If she killed the king, then she's doing a really good job of disguising it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. And then you guys went over to the Citadel Volshaic because you saw some hippogriff riders land. And it turns out the hippogriff riders are the commander of the Sable Company, which is the Korvosa Marine unit that ride the hippogriffs. His name is Marcus Endrin, and that's one of the guys that you're talking to now. Marcus Endrin, Field Marshal Kroft, and your group are going over all these oddities, trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, I heard the silver coins and the contagion.
Yeah, he thinks he's got a link there. So you guys are going to, I imagine, have a rest. It's probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night by the time all this goes on. And or maybe you don't. I don't know.
Well, if it's late in the day, we Kelly should go back to the hotel and then dig into this.
Okay. Any objections or other ideas?
Why not stay at the barracks?
You could also do that.
Well, we did pay for 2 weeks at the hotel, but yeah.
Oh, that's
I
true.
don't-
That's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Free drinks
And
at the bar.
They
And-
probably have turned down service and some chocolates on our pillows, though. Yeah.
I did mention that there was a few of the guardsmen on duty now, and they look like they might be a little sick, but look like they're just kind of toughing it out because there's riots in the streets and little fires to be put out and stuff like that after the whole botched execution.
Well, it's an uphill battle, but if we're going to retire for the night, then we can patch up a couple of them.
Yeah, definitely. That would perhaps prevent it from spreading, at least around here. Let's say there's 4 people right now who are manning the walls and such. That could probably use some help.
You're talking about the disease?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexis will look at Darsal. So how do you want to do this? I'm here to help.
Well, we can do a restoration, because we need restorations for this, right? To remove disease.
Remove disease, ideally.
Yeah. Okay.
My lay on hands carries this benefit, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah. Well, it's same with remove disease. The spell
Yeah.
doesn't always work.
Have to roll the caster level.
Yep.
Check.
Yeah. Well, I can do 3 remove diseases before we retire.
Okay. Let's see here.
I have 6 lay on hands. So
Mims can do 2 remove diseases. She only used 1 of her 3rd level spells earlier in the day, so. Yep, go ahead. Roll away. Excuse me.
Well, I'm coordinating with Darsal so where we're not doing on top of each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm yielding. Healing is his department. He's lead on it. I'm here to help.
Okay.
So, however you want to do this.
Yep, just
Wow. So we have 4 guys in front of us, so we pick, I'll do the first 3.
And then if any of them, well, we won't know immediately if it works or not, right?
no.
It's
But-
not like our characters see the
Okay.
dice roll, right? So then I'll cure the 4th one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Whoever's the worst looking one, because mine gives hit points and removes fatigue as well as the cure disease. So that, even if the cure disease doesn't work, they still gain some benefit.
Yep, for sure. Absolutely. Let's say number 4 is.
Yeah. So you just need a d20 plus 7, right?
D20 plus 7. You're trying to beat the number 16. So 9s are better. 9s are better as a winner.
Okay, well.
All right. Here's the first one.
All right. Cha-ching. Darsal feels the will of his god working through his spell.
Got it.
Next guy up says, hey,
Oh, the dice are hot tonight.
I've got a bit of a rash. 3. Darsal can go 4 for 4.
You're good at this.
Yeah.
3's my limit for the day.
All right.
Well, number 4, I use lay on hands on. Hope you feel as good as those do. You are going to get some healing if you're damaged, and you feel not fatigued. Let's find out if your disease is cured. Oops, wrong place to put that. D20.
Cha-ching. 4 for 4.
Hey.
Nicely done.
Did you say there was more, or is it just the 4?
Just the 4 that they're manning the towers right now, and everybody else is pretty much out. I imagine if you stayed here overnight, there might be a half a dozen more in the morning who are being out through the city and stuff like that, or probably will come up.
So, when you use a spell, remove disease, how long does that last before they're susceptible to the same disease again? Without reading a spell. I mean, I guess I could look up the spell and find out. But for example, if the guy's been cured and he reaches over and gets contaminated by the next guy, is he good for a day or is?
Yeah, let's call it a day. Just, but I think it's right away. I think that's the way disease works. I think that's what's so insidious about. That was what was so bad about COVID, because you would have it for a week and not know it.
Yeah. And that was the period of where it was most contagious.
Yeah, exactly. And this seems to be similar to that. I mean, not to jump on a real world event or anything like that.
Yeah.
Nobody burst out in blood pustules or anything in COVID, but I mean, that was the scariest part about it, is nobody really knew who had it until the only way to actually avoid it was to isolate, which is probably not what a fantasy city is doing when they're out conglomerating in mobs and roaming through the street, and probably don't have access to their normal drinking water and food situation because of the unrest. So this is potentially bad.
Yeah, it's bigger than us. I mean, we can patch up half a dozen a day, but we're not going to eradicate this disease in the truth. No.
This is very much a fingers in the dike situation. And if, like Marcus Endrin said, if he had like 2-3 dozen of his men off sick, from direct. What's that?
Let's do it China style. You're infected, go to the camp.
Never to be seen or heard from again.
That's right.
Hey, they're not sick anymore.
Right.
I think that's North Korea style.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, China said they did. Oh, look at all these hospitals that popped up. No, they're death camps.
Yeah. Scary stuff. All right, so you guys get back to the hotel. You rest the night. Let's give you an overnight rest.
Is there anyone in the lobby of the hotel that, or a staff worker that looks sick?
No, everybody around here is pretty good.
Great.
I
think our young friend needs a room. Unless there's one, is Alexis living in the suite or something? Is there like a place she could stay in there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We'll do that. Yeah, it gives them a chance to talk. Get to know each other better,
For sure.
Let's would pick her brain on knowledge local, sort of get the lay of the land. Nothing that's going to be game breaking, and sort of like understand where stuff is. I know she has knowledge local, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Good to go for the next day. If somebody else wants to do something.
In the morning. Let's see here. In the morning, as you guys are getting ready, you experience a knock on the door. There's a young man in Sable Company regalia. He says, Commander Endrin sent for you. We have the person in custody at the Heights.
Oh, that was fast. Outstanding.
We caught up with him overnight. He jumps on his hippogriff and flies back.
I imagine this hotel has like a landing area for hippogriffs to land safely.
It's that fancy.
It's like
or is it the roof? Yeah.
The helicopter pad. It's right next to like a giant giant square. So he flies off before letting know. Like, he doesn't wait for you guys to come out or anything like that.
Right. Well, likely Alexis was up because of the prayers, the dawn prayers.
Yeah, this is around 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So you've been up stalking the halls for a bit, probably learning about your new friend, Nadia.
We'll
maybe-
use her real name, but right now we're using disguise names so she doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just change it right now to Nadia, so we don't slip up. And what would you like to know about Nadia? Or anything that you want your companions to know about her? Maybe over breakfast or whatever?
Nadia's a young lady.
Nadia's she's in disguise. She's Trinia,
Scapegoat.
yeah, she's Trinia Sabor, the scapegoat, who is about to be executed.
It looks different. I don't know if y'all saw the image, but
Yeah, I saw.
totally different. Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
This is the actual picture of her before she changed appearances. Ulrich Van Kaskerkin had a hat of disguise on his character sheet. I think I just had it in there so we didn't sell it by mistake. So he gave it to her.
They'll never notice she went from blonde to brunette.
Never.
Kind of.
The skin tone changed too. Yeah.
Yep. They'll never put the pieces together.
Yeah, I couldn't find a good picture of a dwarf.
There are no good pictures of dwarves. Whoops. Present company.
All right, so
But I asked her if she's from she's from this town and never really left, or is she from somewhere else?
No, she's from a place called Hars. It's a town north of Korvosa. Let me see here. We have any Varisian maps?
The queen isn't from there. There's
No.
tie-in for that town.
The queen is from Westgate, which is one of it's the capital of Cheliax. From a rather famous noble family. So Trinia is from. Oh, that doesn't show it. Okay. That's shit. No, that won't show it either. Let's see here. Nope. Anyway, it's probably about 60 or 70 miles north of Korvosa, along the Falcon River. Oh, same map. Okay. She came here when she was about 14, and she's been working.
How old do you have?
She's probably about 22, 23 years old.
Okay.
She can show you some of her.
Oh, this lady, not the queen.
No, the
Queen is recent.
The queen's about the same age, though. The queen came here when she was about 17, and she met the king, and within like a short period of time, 1 month, 2 months, set of weeks, she was the queen. But then like 5 years have gone by since they were married, before all this started. But yeah, she was young.
Share with the group that she has an interesting sense of humor that could perhaps inspire you in your actions. That's a out of non-mechanical way of describing how she contributed. accomplice fight better.
So Nadia has bard-like ability.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, she is a bard. Yes.
Okay. So you're going to do the actual songs or words for us on this
Her
time?
talent is comedy, so she's gonna tell jokes.
Okay.
And no matter how cheesy or corny what I might come up with are, her dice rolls are gonna be good.
It's still going to give you a bonus.
Whether you think it's cheesy and that inspires you, or you think it's hilarious and that inspires you.
I'm a dad, so my caliber of jokes are pretty poor.
Yeah. I get it. Good. What about her gear? Oh, Alexis asked.
Her gear is in her apartment.
Yeah, we need to.
She tells you that she's got she's got some stuff that's be worthwhile getting. She just doesn't know what the situation at her apartment is. I imagine it's probably under surveillance, if not completely infested with spies or bounty hunters, or that's another thing too. That there's a price on her head. You've seen
How much?
5,000 gold pieces right now.
Trump.
It'll go up. We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait till it gets to 50.
Okay, you need one. Yeah.
She says she's got a magical chain shirt. It's a mithril.
On her.
At her place. She's got a couple magic potions.
Ratatouille, would you be willing to do your invisible sneaky sneak and go into her place and acquire these items for her?
Yeah. No, I got a whole plan.
Oh, awesome. Probably much better than what I suggested.
What we do is we dress somebody up to look like her. She acts like
the same thing.
She tries to go in the front door. Everybody will swarm her. I'm invisible. I teleport or dimension door in. She tells me where the stuff is. I grab it and I tell dimension door out.
What about the person who looks like her?
Well,
they go to jail.
They'll realize it's not her, and okay, you're free to go. Some jackass paid me a gold to do this. Sorry.
Isn't there a magic spell, like a cantrip or something, to create an illusion?
Yeah, she can actually do that. Minor image.
Yeah.
They get saves. I mean, if there's a 5,000 gold piece bounty, I guess there's the higher level people, astute people. I could go get a scroll of disguise other and make somebody really look like her.
I mean, we could make Sushi look like her because I can dismiss Sushi when they get close.
There we go.
There you go.
So that works.
The old
hat of disguise on Sushi.
There you go.
The old bait and switch.
Yes.
I like it. So let's say that goes off without a hitch. And before we go too far, I've got to give you experience points for assisting Trinia and getting her stuff back. Nicely done.
Everything that's on the sheet is what she has?
Yes.
The NPC write-up for her. Okay.
Yep, absolutely. So
at some point between now and the next time we play, we'll make a character sheet for her.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So you guys are awarded 2,400 experience points for coming up with a solid plan that will get her back her gear.
Oh, hey, let's do a lot more of those.
Who else needs their stuff? All right, so you do that. Let's say you do that early in the morning. The people who were at her apartment, there was two gray maidens. There's a couple cutthroaty looking guys who were going through her stuff. She had it hidden pretty well, but they had it like all spread out on a table. They were kind of examining it. And then there was one other party that was there that you didn't recognize. So you bait. The gray maidens go for it. The two Scummier looking guys go for it. The attention of the third party that you don't know who he is. He looks like he was examining the items. He goes to the front door to look out. Ratatouille teleports in. Everything's kind of like on a cloth and stuff like that. Whoop, 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 swoops it up. He's gone. So that's cost you 2 dimension doors for the day and probably an invisibility. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, visibility. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And I get, what is it, like 8 times a day I can dimension door. I can do 20 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, and you can go like through closed windows and stuff like that. So you can like pour it out onto a roof and then pour it down to a street, stuff like that. So tick off like say 4 of those.
Okay. Shit's gonna happen today, boys.
All right. So she's got her gear now. Let me change that to +5. So she got 18 armor class, which I had changed. I should have just...
Well, we'll have a sheet for her here soon.
Yeah, exactly. So like I say, she's got, as far as gear goes, mithril shirt, bronze bracelet, copper necklace, 3 daggers, masterwork mithril dagger, a potion of jump, potion of shield of faith +3, and a wand of daze monster, in addition to the hat of disguise, which I'll also put on her.
Okay.
And then it costs Sasha and Sushi 1 use of the dismissal. Bring back however many times they can do that.
That's just takes 10 rounds.
Okay.
I can dismiss it will in 10 rounds to bring it back. But I did have to cast an unfetter to get her to be able to go more than 100 feet away.
Okay, cool. Done and done. So that goes off without a hitch.
Any of these individuals that were present radiate evil.
Yes.
So, Alexis is taking note of that if they're within 60 feet of her.
Okay. Let's say you guys are somewhere else. Yeah, like say across the street, kind of watching sort of thing. More so the one gentleman who was overseeing the operation.
Okay.
Like I can probably narrate what Sushi saw to everybody, or if somebody wants to read my mind, I've got a visual because I can do that. Look through her eyes thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so is Sushi going to lead these Grey Maidens and 2 roguish characters on a merry chase?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I mean,
And the Grey Maidens radiate as evil as well?
Not so much. Nothing that's like overwhelming.
Yeah.
Nothing that jumps right out.
Has the ability to cast darkness 3 times a day in her area, so can throw some fun confusion and do a little concealment. And
Okay. You going to incite any violence or just get away?
no,
Okay. The Grey Maidens, although athletic and they're probably decent fighters, they're no match with Sushi for trying to keep up. The other two gentlemen look like they might be kind of like bounty hunter-ish kind of guys, maybe rogues. What sort of association they would have with the Grey Maidens, you don't know, but they might be the guys that let them in. Who this other gentleman is, you're not really too sure, but you're getting probably moderate evil, which is pretty standout-ish. Mm-hmm. It's either a cleric or some sort of outsider in disguise, or maybe a player, some sort of power figure.
He's a boss.
Yeah, maybe. you've encountered this level of evil before, several times. Zanisha was one. Avalexi was another. Trying to think of the bar guest.
But she's definitely going to share with the group when we reconvened.
Let's gank them.
Everybody has the information.
Let's take them down.
Oh, you think that we just want to take this patrol out now?
Want to bring him to you and take him out?
He stayed in the house. He's kind of watching from the door.
Well,
I don't see any. I mean, there's probably an unending supply of these maidens and rogues. It's the big guy we want.
yeah. Let's maybe capture him and interrogate him.
What's the total number of combatants?
There's 2 Grey Maidens, 2 sort of roguish figures, and this other party.
So 5
Yeah,
individuals. It's up to you guys if you think that they're evil. So Alexis, like,
You do have a clean getaway right now, or
our mission was to get her gear. We did that, but if we want to go above, maybe we can. Maybe there's information to be gained here by searching the bodies or questioning any survivors.
you know that this is akin to killing. If you get the Grey Maidens, it's probably akin to killing a cop.
Yeah, no. We just want the big guy. I don't think we care about the maid.
Can we lead them away and just get the big guy? Leave left alone?
Yeah,
Yeah. Sushi can
Send him
lead
on
them
a
away.
date. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll keep doing it if they get too close to a little darkness and let it up when he's got some range so they can still see her.
Okay. So they obviously think that it's Trinia, so they stay with it.
She'll try and tell a joke since Trinity is a bard.
Okay.
Knock, knock. Who's there? I don't know. I'm a cat.
Attack the darkness with magic missile. That's a joke, right?
I don't get it. All right, so she'll lead on a merry chase then.
All right. So what's Ratatouille? Are you leaving completely?
No, if we're gonna gank this guy, I want to be involved in the ganking.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you don't know that he is like this level powerful when you go in to teleport out.
Right.
You got the gear. You leave.
I leave and I just, go back to the party.
Yeah.
My invisibility will run out and be like, "What's up, guys?
Exactly.
I got this shit."
And that's when Alexa says this guy's radiating a pretty powerful source of evil. The other 4 not so much, but that guy in question is.
Well, if we're gonna attack him, we better disguise up.
Disguise up?
Yeah, he's gonna, the paladin stands out like a sore thumb if we don't kill him.
Yeah, that's not my best skill, I'll admit.
Alright, let me just cast the spells that are gone for today.
I could put that black cloak over myself.
Here. I actually have disguise other.
That'll work.
I can spend a minute because I have fast study, and I will hit you with that one because paladins stick out.
Oh yeah, especially this one.
I have a potion of disguise self that I'm not sure if I wouldn't stand out.
You had the potion from when you were going to disguise yourself as a goblin.
Oh, yeah. Is that when I had it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Paladin, I got a nasty combo for you.
Okay. She
You're
looks
gonna
at you and
smite?
says, "As long as you don't make me look like an undead, I'm good with whatever your little
Well,
magic."
yeah. How about this? You're gonna smite this guy, right?
Yeah, if we can, yeah, that'd be the goal.
Yeah, I can give you greater invisibility and just smack the shit out of him.
That's the best
I-
disguise. Yes.
I can put pro evil on some folks.
Uh, this is the typical you know, I can haste you, improved invisibility you, and like just send you in there, smack, 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 and the guy will be like, "What hit me?"
The
Sound
feeling
good?
this
He's
is
in
gonna be
the room
harder
by
than we think.
himself. Yeah, close the door. You can't get away.
Hey,
And then
rat got out.
does anybody have resist energy to acid?
No.
Uh,
The
uh,
spell?
a minor natural resistance to it, but not huge
How much?
numbers.
Mims can do it, but she would have had to do it beforehand. Like it would
Uh,
take her a whole hour.
I don't know how much resistance
7.
to acid?
7.
7. Oh, fine. Because I'm gonna blast this dude in the face with bombs, and you'll get some splash damage, but it won't be much.
It heals.
Yeah. Okay. So I who's coming? Everybody? There's not many of us here, is there?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
everybody. I mean,
I
everybody's with you, but yeah.
I'm useless without sushi, so I'll cast pro evil on a couple of the primary folks. Who's the combatants?
So Alexis from Coed wants to know more about this guy.
Alexis and the rat. I don't think we need
Okay,
anybody else.
Ratatouille.
Well,
Look,
What did
Trinia
I
says she could
dragged I
help,
dragged the wrong thing.
but her help would defeat the purpose of like you're being sneaky. She couldn't go in there and like start performing, right?
All right. I don't want to ruin my surprise, so I'm going to go to the washroom while you guys finish your plans. And then when I come back, we'll play this out.
no, this should be hopefully quick.
I'm guessing this is not going to be good. Who is the other one? Ratatouille, and who else is the tank?
Alex.
Alexis.
Alexis.
And I figured like the people who aren't here would like guard the door or something like.
Yeah, they just do
Yeah.
traffic control
Yeah.
because you're gonna get what 3 attacks, invisible, smack, 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 smiting, and if this guy's a cleric, I got touch attacks on him. I do a lot of damage with these bombs, like a lot.
What about our rogue? Can we get him
Uh,
in there too? He'll get sneak attacks. He could hide. Yeah, his. I'm sure he has disguise as well.
so I'm
And
gonna
Andro.
let's see.
Thinking Auric.
Oh, Allen drill? Yeah, sure. What
Wow.
I don't know. However you want to do it. I think we have it covered, unless he has like word of recall or something.
Now, I can throw a magic circle against evil, a 10-foot radius, and if we're staying inside there, like a protection against evil.
Well,
I put pro evil on the 2 primary folks.
yeah. So we're good for evil. Let me see. Fly. Oh, haste for Alexis, haste for the rat. Boop. And then I did that. Boop. And then I do this. Boop. I do that. Boop. Yeah, this guy's not gonna know what hit him. And then I'll do this. Boop.
All right. What's the plan? Where's
Well,
everybody situated? Let me get
I think
a
everyone.
map here. Let's just pull up a
Yeah.
map. Let's see here.
We're opening the door, tossing a fireball in, and shutting the door.
Yeah. That'll just make him mad.
Lightning bolt.
Okay, so let's say for the sake of, this is going to be for something else, but I wasn't going to use it. So this is good for this. It's I'll put you out on the street. Holy smokes. Okay, so they didn't do the map on. Okay, so let's get rid of that. All right. There we go. This one's got to have it done. Let's try this instead.
Who is going in that's a dex based?
Me?
Could you benefit from +4 more dex?
Yes, then I get +2 to hit.
Yep. Well, that's what Trinia can do for you. Give you Cat's Grace. I think that's
Okay,
Let me
I like
double check.
that.
Yeah, Cat's Grace is on her list, so bam. And she does message to everybody so we can communicate within whatever it is for level 5. 130-ish feet, something like that.
So the door is closed to this place, or is the guy outside, or is he inside?
Yeah, let me just
don't-
put it on the map and stuff for you.
Oh, good.
I don't have her sheet in the game to click on you and give it to you, so if you could put it in a
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I'll do
okay.
it.
So you guys are able to see the whole map, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what this is an apartment building. So the bottom floor is kind of like the lobby. And then there's a set of stairs that goes up. There's a hallway. And then outside the hallway of Trinia's small apartment, which is right here. So this is the lobby, right there.
Yeah.
Now let's ping her. This is the hallway that leads to the various apartments. It's stacked one on top of each other. So this is Trinia's apartment here.
Okay, so up the flight of stairs to
Up the
there.
flight of stairs to the second floor. There's a window in the back here, and then there's a set of buildings down below, so you can pop out onto it or into it. Her little bedroom is right here. There's an adjoining apartment next door.
Looks like it's in good shape.
So I think parties should be like covering all the exits,
Okay.
like the east, the west, the back window. Yeah. So what I think I'd like to do is I'm going to be in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we do all our buffs and whatnot. And the door's closed. Yes.
Yes. Actually, no. It's open. He's standing outside. He's waiting for or he's standing at the door. He's waiting for the Grey Maidens to come back with the captured Trinia.
Okay then. Well, this is where the stairs go up to that
The
level?
stairs go up to the hallway. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be like at the bottom under the stairs when we do all the invisibilities and the whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Invisibility and haste are the only ones that don't last long. So then we'll do that, and then we'll hold hands for a round. And I'll move there. I'll dimension nor there. And Alexis, you get in front of them. So we'll have used one round of our spells. And then the next round we smacky.
Okay, I'm going to throw a divine power on myself.
Okay.
Is it just you and me up here, or is it others
Yep.
joining us?
Is everybody else guarding entrances and exits and stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
The stairs, the hallway, the alley.
Okay, so I'll put Darcel and Alandrill out back. Or on Alandrill and Rampa, pardon me.
Yeah, okay, I'll go.
Yeah, we'll say cheese is gecko.
Okay.
So and let's have like a good pair of like maybe a fighter or a support person or somebody.
Okay. So we'll say Auric and Mims will be on the other side of the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I can't move Nadia, but she would obviously not be able to go in because she's not invisible. But
Okay.
She definitely gave Ratatouille the.
She knows the area better than everybody. So
Probably
she's
gave a lay of the land. Yeah.
yeah. So she'll go back here on this building and watch from outside the window.
And everyone has message.
Okay. Everyone has
Well,
message.
5 people have message. So starting with the participants and then working out.
Okay. Who's invisible? Who's not visible? Who's in disguise? Who's not in disguise?
Alexis and I are invisible.
Okay.
And I think, what is it? Darsel should probably move away.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe stay down the stairs until
Wait,
the shit
yeah,
goes.
Calm
Yeah.
down. Yeah. You'll hear it.
I'll be downstairs.
And what is going to the east in that hallway? That leads to more stairs going down or something?
No, let's just say that that's where the building ends.
Okay.
Like
Fair enough.
we'll put a wall there, and we'll put a wall. Like there's another doorway right beside. Say there's another set of apartments, and it heads down to the west a little bit, and there's a door like maybe 20 or 30 feet down that way too.
Okay. Unless this guy got one recall, he's going to get ganked.
Is everybody here good alignment, or because I can throw a holy smite by effects neutral as well as evil.
We know that he's evil and at the same evil power level as the Lamia.
Yeah, but within our party, we're all good. Good alignment.
Good,
Not
good-ish.
evil. Yeah,
Good
not
ish.
evil.
Definitely good.
Good-ish.
Gooder than some.
Neutral as well.
I like to keep my options open.
Yeah.
Are we doing initiative or we get a surprise round? How's this working?
You see the figure standing in the door, just kind of waiting. How are you disguising the sound of you going up the stairs?
Probably moving at half speed.
Okay.
It shouldn't be terribly far since her movement's 30. Doing the best you can to be quiet.
Okay.
I mean,
Give me a check.
that's probably going to
Yeah.
blow it.
You get plus 20, invisible.
So I temporary bonus plus 20 here.
Uh huh.
Oh, I can
Yeah, I still don't understand how stealth and spot are not separate, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right.
So that should be 14 plus 21.
Okay.
I'll take it. That's probably the best she's ever done on a stealth check.
Woo! Uh-oh, we're in trouble. I just read something I wasn't supposed to read.
Female succubus assassin.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see here.
Well, now I'm glad you're smiting.
And it's a good thing we know going in to do that.
Oh, evil should help a little bit.
Yep. This first attack, they'll be flat-footed, so that's our best shot.
Well, you're invisible. It's always going to be flat-footed unless she's got some ability to see you.
Give us that perception.
Okay. So, before we do all this, Ratatouille, you're in the room, right?
Yes.
Okay. So okay. So it's
stealth?
no. So we've got a cone-shaped emanation. I'm going to get a will save from Alexis before we start.
No, this is where it takes good time.
The DC is 21.
No
Yep.
problem.
Okay. So she's not completely unaware of you. She's aware of there is the presence of thoughts in the area.
Okay.
Where she's observing.
Is there enough to turn her from flat-footed to regular, or is she still considered flat-footed?
She's flat-footed. So let's see here. Let me put that on her. You can put your. Let me. Where is she here?
Well, I guess we guessed right, gentlemen. We found a succubi.
Oh, did you guess it was Avalexi?
I don't know if it's that, but we knew there was something strange about this individual.
Okay.
Worthy
So I might as well put her on. I'll get rid of that guy. So this is her Korvosa disguise. Can you see her? There we are. That's Avalexi. When you get closer, Alexis, you can tell now. Evil has a different flavor. This is familiar.
Oh, yep. Definitely, I would. If there's a time to roll a natural 20, now would be that time. Hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I said that, I know exactly what I'm rolling. It ain't a natural 20.
Yeah.
So do we do a surprise round and then initiative?
Yeah, we're going to go surprise round. I just want to make sure that she doesn't have any spells that I'm neglecting. So that's automatic. Okay. Go ahead. You get a free attack on Avalexi. And then you become visible, I believe.
No,
greater invis.
Oh, you have greater invis. Oh, you guys are bringing out all the stops.
Yeah.
All right.
So I am hasted. So attack number 1 is this one, right? Oh, it was on the 20. It was on the...
It was on the 20.
The hasted bonus attack? Oh, Jesus, really?
All right.
You only get one attack.
You only get the one. That's all right.
The one. It's a surprise.
Okay.
You only get one.
Now you guys are panicking. All right.
Got rid of those shitty rolls.
let's do initiative just for Alexis and Ratatouille.
I'm not going to do anything in the surprise round.
Okay.
So,
Shitty.
yeah.
Bro, to me, it was shitty.
Ratatouille, how are you disguised right now? Or are you? Or did you just kind of teleport into the room from outside?
I'm not disguised. I'm just a rat.
Okay. So you're just there.
I'm right now. I'm invisible.
Oh, you are invisible. Okay. All
so,
right.
you know. Okay.
So. Okay, Alexis, you got the jump.
Oh, I can.
So now you get a full round.
Smacky.
Okay. Good God.
Oh, you rolled a 2, 3, and a 4. And a 4.
I teleport away.
Yeah, no kidding. Finally.
Okay, so that one hits.
I can't help.
I can't do anything. That's totally beyond my control.
Okay, so
you're smiting.
3 of that doesn't go through.
You're smiting.
But the other 13 does. Plus, you're doubling your level, I think, for the first one, right?
Well,
yes.
The first 2 attacks missed. So.
No, I know, but you still get for your first hit. I think you still
then add the extra 7.
Okay, so it's so 13 plus 7 is 20 points of damage.
Well, fire damage is what you're not counting, is that right?
Fire damage isn't what I'm not counting. I'm pretty sure she's got resistance 10.
We're in trouble.
She's immune to fire. Okay.
Ay, Chihuahua.
All right.
She's like, well, there's a mosquito in here. This is annoying.
Yeah. Can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn. Ridiculous. Okay. I need to get Sundancer in here, so I got
Sundancer to me! All right. Do you have any other actions?
That's it. I full round action. Get her.
So she can't see you, but she felt 20 points of damage is not insignificant. She could not detect. She knows that there's somebody there, obviously. She knows that there's one party within her radius of thoughts. She's going to 5-foot step. And she disappears.
Womp, 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 womp.
So you haven't given yourself up to her, though.
Well, that's good.
Which is kind of important.
That's why I didn't go in the surprise round.
Which is kind of important. Yeah, she backed off. Oh, actually, let's give me a stealth check, Ratatouille. I'll just.
Yeah.
Well, you're invisible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she doesn't have see invisibility. So.
And I'm like.
But she notices now that the stuff is gone.
Oh no, that's more than that. That's 60.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's some crazy number. She doesn't have see invisibility, so.
Okay, good.
So she doesn't know who was there. She couldn't sense you. She couldn't read your thoughts, which was important. Stuff is gone. She knows she's been fooled, and she knows that there's something powerful just struck her. So she 5-foot steps and she teleports to safety. Where that safety is, you don't know. But unless you can stop her from teleporting, she's out.
Oh, we need, what is it? Cleric. Dimensional Anchor.
Yeah, Dimensional Anchor I think is a wizard spell too, no?
5th level maybe?
Fifth
level?
level.
I don't have it.
Let me check it out.
4th level.
Fourth level cleric?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this different? Okay, so Alexis does not have arcane magic, but she knows how invisibility works, having it been cast on her.
Yes.
She's also seen what this person does when they just disappear. Does she know the difference? Like she's no longer there, or could she also be invisible? We need to find where she's at.
You know that this person or this demon specifically, when in trouble, was able just to like leave the area.
Right. So we know for certain this is the same demon we fought at the bottom of in that church.
Yes, you could sense it. Your detect evil when you got closer is like that. It's like
Not a similar creature. It's the same individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to get out of here, gentlemen, because she could have teleported on the roof across the street. Like, everybody just go their separate ways. I'll say with the message or the sending. Yeah. I will teleport out the back. I go, Alexis, get out of here, get somewhere safe. We've got 5 rounds.
Okay.
I'll do that. And past where Trinia is, tell her to do the same.
Okay. Yeah. See, you maybe let Alendril know who's outside in the alleyway, and he goes out, a whistle. And Trinia scoots. Trinia knows these rooftops and alleyways like the back of her hand. She's gone. Rampa scatters.
Run!
We could regroup either at the hotel or at the Citadel, whichever one you guys want to do. But if we spread and then regroup there, she would. This demon should be able to see that. Yeah.
So you guys are also. Let's see here. You're at her apartment, so you're the other side of. You're in Old Korvosa now, on the bridge front. In the Shingles, it's like a section of town called the Shingles. So you've. If you're going to scatter there and you need a meeting point, maybe one of the bridges or, maybe the furthest bridge near where you're going to cross to go to the Great Tower, where the Sable Company's command is. It's probably the most logical way.
Okay. I'm good with that. Everybody else is.
Maybe a couple people scatter across the bridges, a couple people go through Old Korvosa, that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Now
we need Dimensional Link.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can never win.
Right, right. Now, this would remember last time we got her down to low health, but then she instantly moved away.
Yeah, you got her. You had her in the neighborhood of like 30, 40 hit points left. So,
If I would have just been able to hit her, Jesus.
yeah. Well, the first one, she should have only been one attack, because it wasn't like a full round,
yeah,
just a surprise round.
They were misses anyway. So
The second
even
round,
if they were hits, we would have only done it.
the second round was pathetic, right?
What can I do? I can't
Yeah, because
chuck the dice out the fridge.
you had 4 shots on her. You
You're-
could have dropped her before she could have even moved.
Yeah, doing 20 points a pop, absolutely.
Yeah, or just
Wow.
one crit, right?
Yeah,
One crit could have stacked it pretty good.
yep.
Yeah, then it's over 100, and then poof.
In game, the explanation would be realizing that it was that demon got her nerves up a little, and the frustration, because remember that demon dominated her mind and controlled her for 2 or 3 rounds.
Give me a perception check too, like a retrospect.
Hesitation to explain the low rolls and the inability to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure. And give me a retrospective perception check, right?
Yeah, that's not going to be good. But can't be any worse than those failed attacks.
Oh, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, that's so crazy.
Ridiculous.
5.
Well, we're getting there. After about 10 more dice rolls, I'll be sorry.
She said something, but in the excitement, you didn't make it out.
Uh,
You know how they give away their location? All my enemies do, by saying where they're teleporting to.
Oh, yeah.
Really? That's cool. I'm glad. I like how you do that, because otherwise it's kind of tough.
Yeah. Well, when you weren't here, Rolth, he teleported to Eel's End, which carried the story on a little bit. And then the first time Avalexi teleported away, she teleported to a place called the Charcoal Palace. She definitely didn't say that this time. You couldn't make out what she was saying.
Did Ratatouille get a perception check?
I don't know nothing. No, it's
Yeah.
hopeless.
Okay.
My perception is negative. So, I could roll a 20 and still not get it.
You'll beat 7.
Oh, maybe not.
Nope.
No.
Okay. So you don't know where she teleported to. So she could be. And Red Alert, you guys play it right. You make some good decisions. And
Our plan was pretty solid.
it was a rock solid plan. Her standing at the door like an idiot looking out was.
You know, if it had been a regular dude, we might have done a little better. But I wouldn't have hit anything. It could have been a dummy. I would have target dummy. And I'd have
Well,
missed.
if it was a 10th level cleric, we're fine. It's just that free teleport is tough.
Yeah. It's a succubus who can take on any form she wants and go anywhere
Yeah.
she wants at any time.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But you know she's in town.
Yeah.
And you definitely knew that was her. 100%. Because
Cool.
it's just like it's got its own flavor. And this is kind of something that you encountered it once, you're not going to forget it. So even now, like if you suspect that this demon is in the presence of the queen, you'll be able to tell. If you suspect that this demon is a shopkeeper, like if you're actively using, you'll be able to tell, unless she figures out some way to mask that.
What about if the demon is the queen?
Exactly.
So we wouldn't know that until the next time we view the queen.
Sasha and Sushi had a little encounter during the riot and the hubbub. I don't know if Sasha wants to elaborate on that at all.
Yeah, what was that? There was the barrier.
Seemed to be something like that. There
was a barrier that rebuffed and they didn't notice. There was obviously some high level magic.
Yeah. There was Sushi was invisible and flying towards the queen, and she got stun locked and dropped down to the stairs of Castle Korvosa, like a 60-foot drop. Boom. She hit the ground. She was still conscious and stuff like that. And then Sasha called her back.
Yeah.
But she got literally just stopped in her tracks about 70 feet away from the queen.
And they didn't even notice.
And it wasn't even
Happens every day.
wasn't even a roll, a savings throw or anything. It was just, that's it. You're stunned. So there's somebody with the ability to stun you from 90 feet away. In the queen's presence that no one could see.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's connecting the dots.
Yeah.
This encounter at least told
So
us.
Ratatouille can give me a spellcraft check or knowledge arcana, whatever he's better at. Yeah, that's that would be like a power word stun, unless like even if Sushi ran into like a wall of force, it wouldn't stun her and knock her out of the sky like that.
Right.
So power word stun is an 8th level arcane spell.
Wow.
So we're not going straight after the queen.
Yeah, that's why I asked, what's magic like here? Because, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely. You're
7th level, you don't take on the queen.
All right. So you guys gather up, discuss your experiences. I imagine you make your way over to the Great Tower. So in a cell, the bottom of the Great Tower, Marcus Endrin leads you, and he says, not only do we have Ares Yellow Eyes in custody, but with a little surprise. Apparently he's not just some sort of disease-spreading madman. Apparently he's a wererat as well.
Cousin!
So, you get downstairs, and in the cell, in human form, is kind of like a roomy looking. He's got like it's almost like pussy eyes, even though it almost looks like normal for him. And he's got like long, dirty fingernails. He kind of smells like the sewer. And he's got Marcus Endrin says he had another pouch of silver coins. We've got them in a box, quarantined. He had like 17 of them left. One of my men found him at the I think it's called the Frisky Unicorn. I can't remember the name of the tavern right off the top, but it's one of the higher end places in the city, and he was buying people drinks with these silver coins. They found him about 2:30 in the morning, and they've hauled him in. They've been questioning him all night. He hasn't given up anything. We don't have any magical resources. Obviously, this is something that we would go to the various temples and such, but I don't know. I'm a little paranoid about certain things now. Didn't see any representatives of the various churches at the execution either. I don't know who to count on other than Cressida Kroft and yourself. So, kind of keeping this under our wraps. If this person is responsible for spreading disease in the city, then I want to know all the details. But he won't talk. Threatened him with obviously with execution and silver and fire, and he knows none of that'll help get it out of him. So I don't know if you have any other methods at your disposal, but I'm giving you a free rein in this situation, and I'll try and stay out of your way. This is something that we would normally give over to the royal torturers if we absolutely needed the answers. It was a matter of security for the entire city. It's a matter of basically life and death. We would, I would get my friend Neolandis to take care of something like this, but obviously I don't have that resource available. I don't know what your capabilities are, but learn what you can from him. And if you have to kill him, you have to kill him.
Okay.
Is he evil?
I would imagine so. You wouldn't be giving out coins that cause people to get sick and die.
Well, does Detect Evil confirm that?
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's not the same kind of evil like a demon evil. It's kind of like
Right.
it's fate evil, but you know, there's a malignancy to him. Obviously,
Okay.
it's a
Is anybody skilled in Intimidate?
Good question.
Wow.
Auric is. He'll get him.
I can get Sushi up to a 16.
The Trinia has plus 11. That can be aiding. You can play good cop, bad cop, and Alexis can be the good cop with the diplomacy check. See if that helps.
This is the best that Marcus Endrin could. That's the best he could do. It's a 17. He said he didn't break. Bastard.
Here's the best Sushi can do.
Ooh.
That's Intimidate?
Who is it?
That's
crap.
intimidate. Okay.
Who is
Yeah,
this
Add,
guy?
add a +2 to that because
This
Trinia can aid other in there. So 38.
This is a. I don't have a picture of him. It's a wererat. He goes by the name of Iris Yellow Eyes.
Okay.
He is. He's known to the people in this section of town. Kind of like as maybe a cut purse or maybe a con artist. He always smells like the sewers, though. He always smells, got that kind of wet fur poop smell to him. Even though...
Gonna contribute by just being nice to him. Instead of being like, tell me what we want to know, rah, rah, rah. She's just gonna be like...
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, that's exactly it. She's playing off the massive Intimidate rolls and just saying, listen, you know why we're here, we know why you're here. Let's just get this over with. Help us out. It's in your best interest. Meanwhile, Auric is going to eat her face. And I assume
Or sushi,
Trinia's
yeah.
making...
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Sushi's
Sushi.
cat. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so intimidated. It's a giant cat.
And, yeah, Trinia's aiding by, like, cracking jokes about how Sushi's going to eat his face.
Okay.
And he's a rat, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's in human form, but they did discover that he is a wererat.
This diplomacy, I'm probably not going to roll an natural 20, but I have plus 15, so it's not
Yeah.
going to be shitty.
No.
20.
Okay. So you go back and forth. He doesn't. What's the worst threat that you can intimidate him with?
Dinner sounds pretty intimidating.
yeah, I mean, it's a cat. It's not like she's going to eat him in one sitting, so it
Okay.
lasts quite some time.
So the intimidation is to threaten him with physical harm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he'll grow back, so if she eats part of him, it'll
Oh,
grow back. She
okay.
can do it again.
I
Okay.
can see Trinia aiding that by describing Tom and Jerry antics.
Yeah, give me.
Yeah, but that doesn't go well for the cat.
Yeah, give me a. I just want to see what kind of damage the bite does.
Right. Bite.
Because he's
You
got.
want an enhanced bite or a non-enhanced bite?
Yeah, I want the worst you can do because he's got DR10 silver.
Well, part of that is it's magic,
Okay.
so I don't know. Part of it's electricity, so that's going to get past the
Yeah,
DR.
the electricity goes through for sure. Okay.
Okay, so that 2 goes through.
So what's the most
And I
physical
don't-
damage you can do? D8 plus 5? So 13? So 3?
Well, that's using the. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want the most damage, then that plus this and this. So if we add those all, or I guess each one would have DR against it.
Okay, yeah,
but
and it's
that's
all
6
electricity damage? The D6?
The 6-sider, each 6-sider is electricity.
Okay, so
All the other ones are magic.
Okay. So this is a different sensation that he's maybe never felt before. The electrical
I don't like the
burst.
smile on his face. Yeah.
No, it's now he's alarmed. He was expecting you to threaten him with like a silver knife or something like that. But this is a cat, like a cat-like humanoid that when it's like almost like carelessly gnawing on him, it's causing like electrical pain to jolt through his body. And he says, Stop. What do you want to know?
All right, she started, so let me just do this.
Okay.
All right, she's got a willpower save. She's good.
Okay.
What's it like to roll high?
When it's not combat.
Is that what you want to know? What's it like to roll high?
I'm taking notes. I got to figure out how to do it.
I had to buy new dice.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Yeah, what do we want to do?
Start with answering all the questions that whatever this guy's name is asked.
Okay, but if I do, you let me free. Give me. I'll get out. I'll leave the city. I swear.
Sense motive.
Yeah. Halfway decent at skill if I roll well. Ugh, yuck.
He seems pretty intimidated. Regardless, like
Well,
he
if
seems
you
like
give us information we want to know, we don't have a reason to keep you here.
okay.
You gotta be thorough in your answers and don't mislead us.
Okay. Well, Griggs has a I don't know a contact. He just wanted me to hand out these silver coins. I think the guy's name is Rolth. I've never met him.
Make
I-
people sick.
I don't know what they do. I just hand them out. It's easy to give people money. People take it. People are pretty happy to take the money. I've been giving out 50 silver coins every night for the last week. I go to there's a catacombs in the North Bridge off the sewer. There's an alchemist there, one of my people. His name's Grigorl. He's I don't know. Griggs hasn't been around for the last couple days. Normally, I would get them from him. Grigorl said that he didn't come back a couple days ago, and that
No more points.
Grigorl said this was the last of them, and then after that, I was going to get my reward. I don't know what that was, but It was better than I don't know. It's hard to explain. I can't. I didn't really have a choice. I did, but I didn't.
So, just as an aside, not in front of him, can we impersonate him and go to Grau and say, "Hey, I'm ready for my reward"?
Absolutely. And in fact, you have Ratatouille and Cheese, who could probably just walk in undisguised.
I'm just kind of curious what reward they had in mind for him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we need to keep him in custody until we try that ploy.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not going to get out. I don't like Marcus Endrin's.
I didn't promise he'd get out. I would just say we had no reason to keep him if he answered.
Yeah, exactly.
What the guard wants to do with him is none. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's
like a fine print on a Facebook account.
Yeah, absolutely. So he describes how to get to the den. He says that there's a half a dozen wererats there normally, and there's obviously there's rat swarms and that kind of thing, and that Gagorl is some kind of mad chemist, and we'll leave it at that. He describes the sewer entrance that he uses, and we'll pick it up there.
He did mention the necromancer name.
He did. He mentioned that Garrig's had a contact named Rolth. He seemed to be getting these coins from. And that you guys can make a roll on like just intelligence check, or do you remember the name Garrig's?
I don't.
It was shouted out by Rolth. Yeah, Ratatouille remembers. It was shouted out by Rolth. Garrig's, meet us at your warren. Just before he teleported out. Him and the other party. I don't think you ever saw the other party.
No.
But he was talking in that crazy Darrow language, so it might be a crazy Darrow. Yeah, do you think that Garrig's might have been the wererat that you killed? And that this might be the warren that Rolth was talking about meeting him at. So Rolth has firmly got his fingers in this pie, whatever this pie is, and he's probably fairly high up on the food chain for spreading this disease. How he got this disease and how he connects up with the other players. And there was even the... I don't know if you guys have the ability to check in on that, whether you know what that is or not yet. It's a sect of killers, sect of assassins. What that has to do with what's going on in the city right now.
Is it the Red Mantis?
Yeah.
We've been exposed to it already.
Yeah, you've heard the words.
Yeah.
You don't know if Rolth is a member of... Probably not the Red Mantis. He might be a member of the Brother of the Seven, or maybe this cult of Ergothoa, or... yeah, you don't know. He seems to be... If you find Ralph, if you find out what's going on. But where to find him. You, about Rolth, you do know that he did say he was going to meet Garrig's at his warren. And he also went to Eel's End to collect up his lady friend, Jolastina, who is an elven dominatrix who worked at, I think it's the something Clouds, which is a brothel. She was not there when you guys got there. That was night one when you guys arrived. After the dead Warrens. After, going to trying to track him down. He too can teleport. It seemed like an actual spell though, as opposed to like Avalexi just says the word and thinks it and she's out. Whereas Rolth has to like cast a spell. So you think that he's he's at least a 9th level wizard.
What do we got to do to pin down? What level spell is that to start anchoring
Doors,
folks?
4th level spell.
Yeah, and
There.
Darcel,
No, but the anchoring.
Darcel has access to it.
The dimensional anchor is what I mean.
Yep.
Dimensional anchor. Okay.
Yep.
4th
All
level.
Dimensional
Let
anchor.
me see.
It's He's got a 170-foot range. It lasts for 1 minute per level. No savings throw.
Is there any magic items?
Here's the tricky part. A green ray springs from your hand. You must make a ranged touch attack to hit the target. Any creature or object struck by the ray is covered with a shimmering emerald field that completely blocks extra-dimensional travel. Forms of movement barred by a dimensional anchor include astral projection, blink, dimension door, ethereal jaunt, etherealness, gaze, or gate, maze, planeship, shadow walk, teleport, and similar spell-like abilities.
And assuming that misses, that spell is consumed. We have to recast it.
Yep. Yeah, and there is spell resistance.
The ranged attack with my dex is a challenge.
Yeah. But it is a touch attack, so
It's a shot in the dark.
it is.
Quite literally.
So there's that,
On my
and
spell list. So we can cast spells above ours off a scroll, right? By making a check.
absolutely. You could buy a scroll of that. It's a 4th level scroll, so it'd be Unchained
Do you
Summary.
need a teamwork feat in order for Scribe Scroll to work? Like, for example, can Darcel cast the spell?
It's a 4th level
Right.
wizard spell too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so Ratatouille could cast it and
Yes.
Yeah,
Make
make
scrolls
the
of it.
Rata.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll go get the scroll, pay the money, and scribe it because I'm all about decks, so I've got a good chance to hit.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind our new party member, the NPC, can improve your decks. So
Yeah. Cat's Grace.
Oh, cheese!
I don't know how a joke improves your dex, but there you go.
No, Cat's Grace spell.
So then I'd be plus 10 to hit.
Yeah.
And with point blank, plus 11. So that's pretty good.
plus, if you do it while she's performing, you'll get the
Yeah. The morale bonus. Yeah.
So
And maybe a bless on top of that.
and then do I'm invisible, another plus 2, right? I'm gonna hit.
Yeah. You gotta really tee it up though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a store where you can buy arcane supplies right in Korvosa, and it's not far from where you are. So they will have that item for sale.
And we are going to scout out that magic store because if I'm the succubus, I'd like to know who's buying dimensional meters.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're thinking about it, for sure.
If I'm a succubus, I go buy all dimensional anchor scrolls in the city.
Well, I'm the succubus, so there's one available.
well,
I had
buy them. She just suggests what you give them to her, right?
Yeah, she just dominates them and makes them give them to her. Yeah.
I had a DM once that was pretty dirty. It was a 17th level wizard, and we avoided him. So the DM decided the 17th level wizard was going to kill everything else in the module so he could become 18th level so he'd have wish. And I'm like, That's not cool.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to call this guy.
Cool. Well, we'll see how I do. So we are off next week.
Yeah, we're off next week. Next week's opening day for baseball, so I'm gonna hang with my pops. But the week after that, we'll be back on. So it'll be
Are
like,
any of you guys in fantasy baseball leagues?
I am.
No,
Yeah.
I've done it in the past, but I am not involved this year.
I'm in a fantasy baseball simulation, so it's even.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's so it's called Dynasty League Baseball, where I've got my fantasy team and I play against other fantasy teams in my league, and we actually play the games out.
Well, I was doing that with micro league baseball in the '80s.
Yeah, it's the same idea as like Stratomatic and stuff like that, but it's kind of like the Pathfinder of dice baseball. So
That's cool.
pretty complicated. And
Who's on your team?
my big star is Luis Robert, so that's nothing crazy. I've got a real solid team. I don't have any spectacular superstars.
You didn't get Shohei.
No, I don't have anyone like that on my team. So I've got Nate Lowe as my first baseman, Matt McLean is my second baseman, J.P. Crawford and Geraldo Perdomo are my shortstops. Josh Young, Ke'Bryan Hayes are my third baseman. I've got Lane Thomas, Luis Robert, and Max Kepler, and my DH is J.D. Martinez. So it's a solid team.
Playing.
No, I know.
Did he sign? Did he sign with
He
somebody
hasn't
yet?
signed with
Yeah, he
anybody
signed,
yet.
he signed today
Did he sign today? Thank God. I've been fretting
Who'd he
about
sign
it.
with the Mets.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that. Whenever he goes to horrible parks to hit in, he always does well. Whenever he plays in a good hitting park, he sucks. So, so I'm happy to see him go there. My pitching staff is solid. I got a bunch of young, hard-throwing guys. I've got Logan Gilbert, Tarek Skubal, Jesus Lazardo, Bobby Miller. I've got Andrew Painter from the Phillies. I don't know if you probably haven't seen him yet. He'll probably be up sometime this year. He was going to be 19 years old in the starting rotation for the Phillies last year before he needed Tommy John. So
There are a lot of people in your league.
there's 20 team league.
Yeah, okay.
We got a 40-man roster, and then 5 extra cards. We call our taxi squad. We play everybody 6 times, so 6 games. So there's a 114 game schedule. I record it all. It's all on my my YouTube.
Wow.
So
That's hardcore.
Yeah,
you
you
really
see,
got to know players.
yeah, and you keep the same guys from year to year, right? So you don't have to redraft all the time. So
Okay.
you got to be one bad draft or a bad trade follows you around, right?
Yeah.
Can you get rid of somebody and replace them? Or
You
you
can,
stuck
but it's a
with-
complete drop. And don't forget, everybody else is keeping 35 to 40 guys too. So the draft the next year is not uber powerful. It's all the stuff the guys have missed. Guys who were hurt came back. Young guys that people overlooked. Post-hype sleepers, that kind of stuff. So it's involved. And then you get to hear me have some meltdowns. A lot of F shots that get thrown when dice rolls don't go my way. Stuff like that.
funny.
Yeah, game 13 this year, I had a meltdown on Mike. A lot of fuck it. And
it doesn't pull from what they perform. You're rolling for how they perform.
we're going based off last year's stats.
Oh, okay.
So, like a game like Stratomatic, which is the most famous one of these, they make a card up based on last year's stats and the game's formula, and it comes up with a certain percentage for each play, like groundouts, flyouts, strikeouts. They have like different range plays, stuff like that. And basically, we're generating a number between 0 and 999. 0 to 499 is the batter's card, and 500 to 999 is the pitcher's card. And you go lefty versus righty for every play. So you set your lineup, you set your pitcher, you got home games, away games, you got weather. I got rained out last week, and it fucked me right in the ass. I had to play a double. Had to play a double header the next day, and it's just the way that my plans for the pitching staff fell. I had to use my 7th and 8th starter for the double header as opposed to my 5th starter who got rained out after 1 inning. I was pissed off of that. So there's a lot of little mini meltdowns.
Wow.
It's fun. That's why you do it.
Yeah, exactly. I've been doing it since '98, but the league's been. So I don't know if you ever see my YouTube page where the you see the little symbol with the H, the T, and the S, and then the 1989. The league's been going since 1989.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
That's really cool. Really cool.
yeah. It's fun. The game it's expensive and it's not. I don't know if it's the best game. It's the one that we use. It's called Dynasty League Baseball. It's pretty cool, but it's hard to learn. So it'd be like jumping right in and playing Pathfinder if you've never played D&D before.
The league I was in is like a Yahoo league, and it pulled stats from the previous day.
Yeah,
It was a week-to-week basis. So it was actually whatever the stats the player put up in the given week.
yep.
Then that's what it did. Some kind of math, and it determined. if
Yeah.
you beat-
Those
Yeah.
leagues are.
yeah.
So it's like a head-to-head kind of thing, and you play. Okay. So we got we keep all our rosters on a site called Fantrax, and that basically keeps points every day.
Yeah.
So just keeps a running track all through the year.
I had Verlander on my. This was the last time I played was 2 years. Actually, it was more than that now. 3 or 4 years ago. I had Verlander on my pitching staff. I was happy.
Yeah, he's a stud. Absolute
Yeah, because
stud.
it was before his injuries. You know.
Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer for sure,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season starting. My dad's not 1,000% healthy, so I don't know how many more opening days we're going to have with him. So
Well, enjoy. It's that's what we did in 15. We went to opening day. We went to see the Red Sox play the Indians because we were in Pennsylvania, and it was a quick drive to Cleveland. They were the Indians then; they weren't the Guardians.
yeah, yeah. I've been to opening day in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
Week of April, and he passed away the last week of April. So
Oh wow, that's.
yeah.
I told you the Paul Bird story, right? With the snowstorm and.
Yeah.
I think I said it was a perfect game, but it wasn't. I went back and checked my facts. It was he'd walked a couple guys, so it was a no hitter, 4 2/3, and Mike Hargrove was actually the Cleveland manager, so he didn't. He was losing his mind that the other team was stalling. That was great.
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
I think that was 2005 or 2006. It was. We used to. Me and my friend Keith used to jump the train and go to Toronto for opening day at the old C&E Stadium. We'd be like 13, 14 years old. Just take a via train to Toronto from Hamilton. And,
Nice.
well, it was the 80s, right? So you could just do that when you were a kid. Just, okay, I'm
That's the kid.
yeah, just like 13, 14 years old. I just, hey, Mom, I'm going to Toronto today. Okay, have a good day. It's just like, yeah, you know. Now kids can't go down the street without checking in.
True.
I don't know what's better or worse, but yeah, nothing happened.
We were very ignorant back then because when bad things happened, nobody knew about it.
Yes, that's true. Sometimes people didn't tell other people. They should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I have a lot of fond memories about opening day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Did anybody get to see the Dodgers and the Padres this morning or yesterday morning?
All the results. I didn't watch the game. A little early.
I got up at 6. I'm crazy like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the first. What is it? I forget. I think the first game the Dodgers won. The second game the Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers kept coming back. It was like 15-11 or something like that.
Yeah. Mookie Betts doesn't know how to get out. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 8 for his first 10 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
He said, getting out's for chumps. It's not for me. In fact, right field's too easy. Put me a shortstop.
Yeah, you know what? Never played it before. That's fine. I'm gonna win a Gold Glove at shortstop.
Yeah. Like The Dodger lineup is like disgustingly powerful.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you know what killed him today was Max Muncy at third base.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to field.
Yeah, it's totally. There was two balls that got past him that literally cost him 6 runs.
Yeah.
You
You
it's
can
so
see
funny.
Mookie Betts' face when that was happened tim
Yeah.
The highlights I saw, he's like, "I'm playing shortstop. I could have caught that." And Max Muncy's like, "I got bricks for gloves."
Yeah, exactly. I'm hitting home runs, Jack. Yeah, it's funny though.
Yeah, it seems like the Dodgers are like just like when I would play like those baseball simulations.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this great hitter and put him at shortstop, and I'm going to take this great hitter and I'm going to put him at third, and it sounds great
Yeah,
until they make those costly errors, and you're like, oh, that's why you don't do it.
Yeah, that's exactly the league that I play in.
That's the worst that can happen.
Yeah, and it always comes up at the worst time. Bases loaded, 2 out, you're up by 3. Yeah, all right, that's gonna
I
cost
know
me.
exactly where this ball's being hit.
Yeah, and there's almost no chance of it happening, but it happens. That's when I just lose my mind.
That's hilarious.
I think.
But how satisfying is it when like you take a young kid and then they turn out to be like Albert Pujols or something?
Yeah, some young kid that no one's ever heard of, and you just pull that out of like 11th round, some crazy thing like that. Yeah, it's fun.
Because in our league, because I've done fantasy baseball forever, and Pujols wasn't even drafted.
No,
whatever it was 20 years ago, he was a nobody.
Yeah, he was. There was a guy who had him in our league, and I hadn't heard of him yet. I hadn't heard of him until he made the team out of spring. And I was like, all right, well, I missed the boat on this. And everybody did. He was the only guy that knew about him. I was like, yeah. It turned out.
Mike Trout was picked 20th.
Yeah. That's just it. You don't know.
The names that are picked ahead of Mike Trout didn't even play.
Yeah, I had all those other names.
You're like, I've got all these kids. One will be good.
Well, there was a year where I had the Baseball America. I had 4 of the top 5 top 100 of all of their kids.
Yeah,
I had Alex Gordon. I had Delman Young. I had Alex Wood. You probably don't even know who that is. I had who's the other guy? Can't remember who it was, but there was 5 of them, and I had 4 of them.
Oh boy!
And it took Alex Gordon like 6 years to be decent once. Everybody else was garbage.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now like a 7th round pick or Wyatt Langford. Look what he's doing for the.
Yes.
That's crazy. Like, was he like eighth taken like 8th or 9th overall, and he's hitting like 420 or something like that in spring. I'll just put him. I'll hit him 3rd on the World Series champions. There you go.
Yeah.
That never happens to me.
Wade Boggs is like 60th round or some crazy absurd way low.
Yeah,
selection.
I know. It's
like, they're little leaguers.
So you just get
before him.
like 1 or 2 guys can really change your team then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a good year last year. I was kind of like middling, but I had a lot of guys come up and play well. So, got some upside. Good. Yeah, it was getting frustrating. I started to build in like 2019, and it was the 2020 year was the pandemic, and a lot of my guys got rushed up. And I thought, okay, I'm on my way. And then 2021 was a step back. And 2022 was like, okay, I've got to kind of adjust. And then last year was decent. So I think I'm on my way to at least being a playoff contender, which is you get in the playoffs in ours because that's all you need. It's just like the Phillies and Nationals making the playoffs in the last couple of years. You never know.
Diamondbacks last year.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen, right? You get hot, and you have a decent team. Like the difference between a real great team and a decent and a pretty good team in my league, it's not really that. It's not really that pronounced. I mean, you can hang with them, and if you can hang with them, you can win in a shorter series.
Yeah.
Well, 20 it spreads the talent out. Ours had 10.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone had stacked teams.
Was it just?
Yeah.
It was like all MLB. It wasn't just ALNL.
Anyone that was in any professional at
So
the
everybody
major
had an
level.
all-star team.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
The eligible individuals we could pick, they just had to be on somebody's major league roster.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Ours are like some college guys are taken, and there's some
Yeah. You want to get that superstar before he somebody else grabs him, right?
yeah, and there's a lot of young Japanese stars that they're just waiting for them to come over, like
yeah.
like
Roki
Roki Sasaki, yeah, and
Somebody had them
Munenari,
already.
the third
Yeah.
baseman. Yeah, they've been gone for like 3 years already. They've had them since they've been 18, 19 years old. So yeah, it's fun.
I
Yeah,
wonder
sounds
what
fun.
the odds are in Vegas for what team Sasaki will be on next year.
It's got to be Dodgers. I mean,
Yeah, well,
Dodgers just
like
right up in the checkbook.
yeah, I just although the Japanese guy didn't look that great this morning. He looked like he was a little rattled. A little rattled. But
Yes.
yeah, he's going to be good though.
it's one game.
Yeah.
You know,
And don't
make fun
forget,
of him because he signed the big contract and all. But,
yeah, and don't forget, you're only
think
like
yeah,
2/3 of the way through spring training too, and
yeah.
you just take like a what is it, like 14-hour flight to Korea, and now
Yeah.
you know, basically they lose a week and a half of spring training almost just to play those 2 games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, their attendance too, wasn't it lower than their normal KBO league attendance? So they didn't do the draw that they were expecting.
Okay, yeah. I know the stadium only holds like 16,700 or something crazy like that. I was expecting it to be like 40,000. So when you saw there's no seats in the outfield and there's no third deck, it was kind of like, well, all right. In the pandemic, when I was watching the KBL, they had some cool stuff. Like they would have like a wyvern hologram come out of the sky before the game started. Some of it was pretty cool, but none of that happened.
Did you watch the World Baseball Classic
Yeah,
last year?
yeah.
The Chinese Taipei team, I think that their team, not the players, but everyone around the players probably has more spirit than the rest of them. They have cheerleading squads. They have a band. They have everything. They had team spirit up the wazoo. Just no talent.
That was the I think the Red Sox had a shortstop on that team.
Yeah,
prospect.
That he actually didn't want to go because he didn't want to lose a chance at competing for the job, and the Chinese Taipei team pretty much begged him to go.
Yeah, and then they released him, and I think
Kicked ass for him. During the as far as they could do on that team, he individually kicked ass.
yeah, he was great. And then Boston didn't give him a shot, and then they released him, and I think somebody picked him up.
Yeah.
Their Boston's GM was terrible.
They're not doing too smart moves right now.
No, they're not. All right, guys. Well, I will see some of you on Monday, and we'll catch the rest in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Right.
All right. Night, everybody.
Right.